Greetings, everyone. Hopefully, I'm live now. Live from God's own country of Essex for the 12 streams of Christmas, favourite games at Christmas. So, how are you all? Thank you to everyone who's joined so far. I'm actually melting in this heat from the lights and or whatever. Yeah, got my lovely Christmas jumper on and my wig, my lovely pink wig. And thank you, Corbana. I do look very pretty indeed. Yeah, I splashed out a little bit in town earlier on some fancy lights and a lovely hairdo. Yeah, put the beret on. We'll give it a try. Wee. Will I be doing songs from Frozen? Probably not, but you never know. Once the alcohol kicks in, which is there with a Stella and a Foster's because I was a cheapskate. And yeah, because why not? But yeah, I did, sweetie. This is what you've got to look forward to in your future. Christmas lights, berets, and lovely pink hairdos. Sorry about that. Alright, so let's see who we have. We have the guy who sorted this all out, and many thanks to him for this. Gamezone Birdroom. Thank you so much, James. Paul's here as well. Evening. My lovely fiance, Retro Crazy, is in the house as well. Hi, sweetie. Corbana. Evening. Chili's here. How are you? The Retro Bear. He's here again. Thank you. And thank you for having me in your stream yesterday. Loved it. Doug's here. Hello, Doug. You have this to remember me by forever. So, yeah, I'm sure you'll share it around for the GTA stuff. Thank you very much, Chicken. I didn't kind of want to do this for your intro when I recorded it, but yeah. Mrs. Bear's here. Great. Thanks for coming along as well. Oh, Amaretta. What drinks does everyone else have? Anyone else? Yep, I'm cheap with the alcohol. Big Game Al. Greetings. Did you manage to get home at all? Or are you still on the side of the M1? And no, this isn't Rich Crazy. This is just me on Monday evenings. My alter ego comes out with my lovely flowing pink locks. Yeah. Very nice. Yeah, I had to do it, mate. I knew it'd be fun and it was a great way to interact with everyone. So thank you for letting me do one as well. So, tonight's stream, as I'm sure you're all aware by now, is on your favourite Christmas games, where we'll be talking about, well, if anyone has any, their favourite Christmas specific games, but also your favourite games to play at Christmas, be it a board game, a party game, or according to Basubi, a sex game. Plenty of games to play at Christmas, and tonight I'll be going over my own. Hopefully I'll have people on. I might need someone to post the link if that's okay, because I'm not quite sure what I'm doing. And also just what people say in the chat as well. I'll take that as a compliment, mate. And I know you're just jail. Now, you have lovely hair too, sweetie. Did I buy the wig especially for this? Yes. Yes, I did. I'm off this week. Did some Christmas shopping earlier today when I bought the lights. And then when I was walking down to Primark, saw wigs in the window and just thought, you know what, it'll be funny as hell to wear one in the string. So why not? But yes, I did. Evening, Nate. Thanks for coming along, mate. Thank you. Thank you for that. Okay. So, I'm going to start by focusing on if anyone has any specific Christmas-related games that they really, really enjoy. Because I suspect this would be the smaller part of the stream. So, I'll be honest, I don't really have many Christmas games at all. Obviously got some that sort of Christmas-ish, relate Christmas. I did try to buy Christmas Nights actually at the London Market last month. Couldn't get it, so that would have been one. But in terms of games I do have, let's get it off. I actually got this game last week off eBay, and it's not just a Christmas game, but it has a role in it, as you can tell from the front cover, and it's this. Now, I'm sure A, most of you can't read that, and B, have no idea what the hell it is. And that's fine. I will explain it to you. So, this is a Japanese game for the original PlayStation. And I'm not in 100% sure of the title, but I can tell you that it's based on the manga and anime Love Hina, which is actually the very first manga series I read and owned. So, special connection to this series for me. And it's about these, well, mostly these 5 girls who live in a dorm house in Japan and get a guy move in to run the house. So I'm sure you can see where this is going. But you can see from looking at the cover, there's Christmas hats and snow. So this does have a Christmas element to it, this game. And to be honest, this is probably the closest I have. Yeah, it's one of them typical, you know, how do I put it? One of them Japanese, not dating games, but that style where you answer questions and get to know the girls and all that. I don't know if you got it, James, but it definitely be in the WhatsApp chat. So I posted it there a little while ago. So hopefully you can find it there, mate. But thank you. The 6th girl. Well, actually, there is one more. I'm surprised she's not on there. And to put it honestly, her boobs are massive. Yeah, I'm surprised she's not on there, actually. Other Christmas games? Huh. Thanks for coming along, Gordon. This? No, this is mine. All mine. I actually got this cheap. It's like £4 off eBay. It normally goes for like 3 times, I was saying. So well happy with that. Really good condition as well. Hi, Finger and Blaster Master. Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. Nothing wrong with massive mams. I should probably be concerned given how massive mine are. But I think I can get away with it when I'm like this. So yeah, I think it's kind of appropriate having the bosom. The addition of the beard gives you something to hang on. It was a lot longer until literally, I think, 1 o'clock on Saturday morning or something. Was literally when I shaved it. But yeah, but I've played this a bit and it's actually been quite fun, especially because I'm still trying to figure out what half of it says, which I think adds to the fun of it. But in terms of Christmas related games, for me, out of the ones I have, this is probably up there. Although you could argue there's always like Sonic 3. Is it Sonic 3 or Sonic and Knuckles with the ice cap? They're sort of Christmas related-ish, but that, as you can see, has a deliberate Christmas thing. So, what I want to know is, does anyone else own any Christmas-specific games? Doesn't have to be a video game, could be a board game, but I'm talking it has to at least have a relatively big focus on Christmas, because I'd love to know what people own and what it's about, especially if it's one I've never heard of. So what do you own, people? Let's see what you come up with. And for now, I'm going to open my lovely Stella because I need a drink. Okay, I've never heard of that one. I know there is all sorts of ones, so it wouldn't surprise me, but I've never actually seen a Pokemon Christmas specific game or anything. That don't surprise me, mate. That really don't. I assume you have the birthday one as well. I have actually seen that in my local CX, but I've never actually played it. Right, where are we? I assume from the road trip? No, but that's still pretty cool to have. Oh, here we go. Cobana. Santa Claus saves the Earth. Okay, never heard of that. A Nightmare Before Christmas Origins. Also known Origins. Oogie's Revenge. Okay. A couple of nice titles there for the PlayStation for Christmas. I mean, I've never heard of either of them. I've heard of Nightmare Before Christmas generally, but never the games. That's cool. I would need a drink with hair like that. I think anyone would. Hi, Steve. Thanks for coming along. Subbuteo. Yes. I think I got Subbuteo for Christmas years ago. I think I had a Man United one, and I think we bought the Sheffield Wednesday team. So that's how long ago we're talking. Like 20 odd years ago now. Christmas nights, yep. That wouldn't surprise me. I said I did nearly get it at the London Market, but I wasn't able to. Yep, that doesn't surprise me either, mate. Oh, that's cool. I don't know if it's any good or not. And another person with the Christmas game on the way, so it seems pretty popular. But hi, James. I'll, of course, go in there with the whole Die Hard, is it a Christmas movie, except is it a Christmas game debate? So opening that up to a new dimension. Oh, North Nut owns the Nightmare Before Christmas one on Xbox. I also have Molly Christmas on the Spectrum. Now that's interesting because one of my mates' nicknames is Molly, so I don't know if he knows he has a game named after him. I might have to look at that. Fable 3 starts at Christmas. Interesting. I did not know that. I've played a bit of the first one. I've played a fair bit of the second one, where I am a psychopath. But yeah, but okay, I didn't know about Fable 3 starting at Christmas. Death Smiles 2 is a Christmas themed shooter. That sounds interesting. Also, hi Dylan. Yep, they've coming back with the Die Hard trilogy. And Paul throwing in Batman. Christmas Lemmings. Oh, I'm sure that'd be interesting. Oh, and now we're going into Home Alone being the Christmas game as well. Oh, and a Mega Drive game apparently called Days Before Christmas. Do you have that, Al? That's the question. Do you have it? Yep, I assume Al has. He's just put that. I also have Debbie Does Christmas, but that's not a game. Now, what I want to know with that, right, is that a person called Christmas? Because I don't see how that works otherwise. The only person I know called Christmas is Christmas Jones in The World Is Not Enough. And as Mr. Bond probably puts it, he thought that Christmas only came once a year. So I assume that's not the case in Debbie Does Christmas. And just like that, this stream has gone to 18 rating. Not quite what I anticipated. But what I've got out of that is there are way more Christmas-related games than I ever knew of. Gordon throwing in a couple more possible. Lloyd Christmas and Dumb and Dumber. Okay, yeah. There are definitely way more Christmas games than I was aware of. So, I've learned something today. Interesting. Right. Also, I saw a comment. I'm not going to find it. I saw a comment from Gamezone Birdroom earlier saying about hitting the like button. So I just want to say thank you to anyone who does. I appreciate it. And also, as you can see, talking of Gamezone Birdroom himself, he's just added the link to join. So I assume I can add someone even though I'm streaming from my phone. If not, I don't know. I'll figure something out. But thank you, mate. Much appreciated. I'm getting the feeling I won't be able to keep this on for the whole stream, but there we go. We'll see. Yeah, got my lovely pink curls. Just in a bit of rush to put it on, so I might be a little bit knotty and whatever. But yeah, I think pink suits me, to be honest. Actually, you know what? That's a good point, actually, Al. I can't see the link either. James needs to be mod. Can I do that? Oh, okay. Hang on. I am here. Okay. Do I wear the wig on my OnlyFans? Not yet, but I'm considering it. Can't see a link. Let's think. I'm trying to think who's a mod on here. Oh, there we go. Al's just shared it, so thank you, and thank you for sending it to him. Someone awaken link. Talking a link. Today, I actually got an awesome pickup, which is a bit more than I spent. But, talking a link, I bought this today. So, woo! And this sort of ties into Christmas, actually, for me in a way. Because although the game itself isn't Christmas, I actually got the Wii version of this for Christmas. Was it 2007, I think? Came out in December 2006. So, yeah. So, to finally get the GameCube one is something I've wanted for a long time. Got the Wii one back then. Got the Wii U one on release. Literally like 3 days after my 30th birthday, I think it was. And now I own the classic GameCube one, so it's so sexy. And it's complete and in really good condition as well. I'm not going to turn this into a proper pixel video, but seeming Russ mentioned the link. Okay, we have a guest waiting to come on. At the same. There we go. There it is. Is it working?
It is, mate. Yes. Hello.
Yay! Well, you have the honour of being the first ever guest on one of my streams.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes. You have the wonderful honour. What are you scoring the disc at? Oh, for Zelda. Hang on. We'll do this quickly. I don't know. I think that's quite cool. Don't know where you can see it. A 10. But I'm biased because it's Zelda. So, do you want to introduce yourself to anyone who doesn't know you?
I am Gamezone Birdroom. How are you, Martin? You all right, mate?
Yeah, thanks. I'm really tired because that was a long trek around Southend today.
I bet, yeah.
Yeah, wet floor, so Primark bag split as I went to get the bus. Yeah. And
just wanting to say thank you for doing this stream, mate.
Oh, that's okay. It's a pleasure. As soon as you said it, I was like, yeah, I want to do one. So.
Good man. Good man.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've got a little story for you about favourite games to play at Christmas.
Okay. Love to hear it.
And pretty much every Christmas and that, my dad would get out the old Connect Four, and we would have like a tournament or a round robin until one of us gets knocked out, and then a tournament because it was like five of us in the family.
Nice.
So we'd have a little round robin where we would all face each other twice, I think. And obviously the one who's lost the most gets knocked out, and then we'd do the tournament. So yeah, Connect Four was one of our sort of party games at Christmas. Absolutely fantastic.
I can see I've got a guest. I'll let James finish his story, then I'll add you. Yeah, sorry about that, mate.
That's pretty much it.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's just a fantastic game to play at Christmas. Connect Four, especially if you do it in like a little tournament.
Very competitive as well.
Oh, it is. I think I used to go out first.
Right. Okay. Here comes.
Welcome to the Gamezone Birdroom.
So
You're gonna stop doing that. You do that too good.
So you should have seen that coming.
How's things?
Yeah, good. Do you want to introduce yourself in case people don't know who you are?
I'm the resident tattooed northern Ike, I guess. Ink Northerner. James is the coordinator of the stream. I just helped him out when he had technical difficulties.
I appreciate that, mate. You really did help me out.
Yeah, great teaser. I loved it as well. Okay.
Yeah, that was such a great idea. The little calendars kept opening up. Brilliant, Paul.
Yeah. Got to agree with that.
Honestly, you the idea was all yours, but yeah, no, it's a great idea, and I'm glad people have got involved. It's good that there are still people that want to be involved in these kind of things.
I think there should be more. You know, it's good for everyone. You know, it's a way to just have a bit of fun, talk shit. Can I swear on the stream?
Well, it's already turned 18 pounds for us, so yeah.
That's all right then. I must have missed that bit. trying to find that link in the WhatsApp group, which are just scrolling through hundreds and hundreds of messages.
Yeah,
it's not like Big Brother. You can say fuck a bugger in this.
But yeah, I'm just so grateful for everyone who's joined in. You know, I'm so looking forward to seeing your faces when you open up like presents and out on the Secret Santa as well. But we've got so many great streams. We've got Paul's film stream. We've got Bear who's in the comments. You know, he's TV. We've got Big Game House party stream. You know, it's going to be really fantastic leading up to the big day.
Oh, definitely. That's going to be very interesting, and I'm sure a lot of alcohol will be consumed as well.
Oh, yeah, definitely, yes.
I'm already getting in early, but having a week off helps with that. So that's what I chose today. It's like start my week off, gives me the whole week to recover from the alcohol.
And there's me tucked up in bed with my dressing gown on.
To be fair, I've only worn this like once. That was like last Christmas, I think it was. But and obviously this is my first time wearing this. My new hair job.
It suits you.
Right. Thank you.
Oh, I think you look very sexy, Martin.
I was like, as soon as I saw it, I thought, no one's going to see that coming. No one. So I'm going to do it.
The berry sets it off really well.
Let's go a quick look at some of the comments quickly. Okay, so in relation to the disc, Nate gives it 2, saying the wee one's better, and I agree, so it's the whole disc. When is Manda coming on? Well, she's answered that. She will come on, because there's nothing else. I will make you, sweetie. No, only if you want to. Okay, so let's talk about this. Monopoly. Okay, before we do, hang on. Oh, hello. We have a guest. It's Russell. The retro bear.
It's Mr. Bear.
It is. Yes. I heard there was a stream, so I just jumped on and turned up, like I usually do at all these things.
You're looking. You've got some very Christmassy stuff going on.
That's the Wii game. There we go.
This is the Wii game you mentioned, and he's also got decorations with a Christmas tree. Bit more than
Yeah.
I've got with my lights, but these are cheap £1.50 lights, by the way, powered by AA batteries.
I need to put
I've
mine up.
got some of those up there as well, actually. I haven't put them up yet.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with
That's it.
going down a cheap route. I'm Mr. Cheapo, I am.
We can
I
tell,
live in
mate. We
Scotland
can tell.
I literally went in the Christmas shop in town and I bought like 3 lots of tinsel. You probably can't see it, but there is actually blue tinsel along the top and the sides a bit. I've actually thought about this. I bought blue tinsel for Sonic, green for Zelda, and red and white for Pokemon. I'm going to put them on different bookcases.
It's incredibly well coordinated. Oh, look at the dog.
Oh,
That's the
hello.
one who was shitting yesterday.
So now you've just shamed him in public.
Yeah, you little poo bum.
When I came in from the shopping earlier, like we've got like a kitten. She's like 3.5 months old now, and I was just sitting there, and she literally just started climbing up my arm, got on the back of my neck, and then stood up and just started licking my hair for no reason. My like not my lovely pink hair.
I was going to say, is that why you're wearing the wig tonight?
No,
Licked all your,
but it's
licked
okay,
a
I'm
patch in your
washing my
hair or
again.
something. Yeah.
Save me washing my hair. Right. So this seems to be a popular game for Christmas, I believe.
Oh, Monopoly.
Monopoly, yes.
Great game.
War.
That's what I was just about to say. Great game to start arguments, Monopoly.
Yeah, I've heard that as well.
A game of Monopoly could last years. That's the problem. It could last an entire run of Christmas. You could start it on Christmas Eve, and you could still be playing it come New Year's Eve. That's
you go,
always
it's
my
sorted for the
always
whole
my
period.
experience with it. My experience with it is just like just takes forever.
It's the never-ending game.
Yeah.
It ends when I flip the board because I'm losing.
I think that's how most games probably end, isn't it? I mean, look, even Cabana said it. Not only that, it ends friendships. Sorry, man.
It is a great game, but yeah, it does cause some massive arguments.
Yeah, it's full of arguments.
Hey!
Oh, I love it.
Very nice, bro. My hat's not quite as Christmassy, but I got it at Christmas time. So
It
it's
does
close
actually
enough.
stay up. It looks really good when it actually sort of stays up. You look like an erect Smurf. It's really good.
I'm sure everyone wanted to know that.
Well, there we go. Yeah, can be worn in bed and also for festive times of the year.
Wrong colour coordination for Martin, though. City blue and white, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mentioned Frozen earlier. Isn't one of them pink and one of them blue or something?
Yeah, on Elsa's, I think, wears blue and white. So there you go. You're perfect.
There we go. Yeah, we're absolutely fine.
Dare I say this? I cannot stand that film. I absolutely hate that film.
That's
It's
another
so
stream,
dry.
Paul.
It's just horrendous.
Never seen it.
I'm so glad that I've got
Same here.
male,
Okay.
well, obviously the male nephews because they're nephews, but I'm so glad that the young children in my family are all male, so we don't particularly have to subscribe to the whole Frozen thing. Not that we don't have to. I'm being inclusive here. You know, they can like Frozen if they want. It's just that Uncle Paul will try and educate them not to like Frozen. And Jim can piss off as well.
Yeah.
It's Christmas. It's Christmas time, Paul. Let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go. Here we go. I've never seen this, but I have been told about this. So, yeah, I don't know if I'll ever get around to playing Monopoly. Man.
Monopoly makes you rage quit. I mean,
You should do a video on it. You and your missus playing Monopoly.
Well, Nave said he's the Alan Sugar because he bankrupts everyone. And he did start bragging earlier. I don't know if anyone saw it.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
There's a strategy to winning, but he's not going to disclose it.
But I mean, the best way to play Monopoly is to leave it in the board. I find in the box and just play something else. I don't think I've ever completed a full game of it. We've always got either bored or fed up or pissed off halfway through it and just jacked it in.
It wasn't at Christmas, but when I was on a scout trip years ago, we decided to play a quick game, and everyone started with 2 properties, and by sheer chance, I ended up with the 2 purple ones, Park Lane and Mayfair. So straight away, I bankrupt like half the people, like first time round or something stupid.
And I bet you 6 weeks later you were still playing, weren't you?
No, I lost about a half hour later. I came second.
Half an hour? That must be the world record for the quickest game of Monopoly ever, that.
I think it's like 3rd quickest.
But they bring it on, you know, every console's got a bloody version of Monopoly, hasn't it? I'm pretty sure of it. I know I've got Monopoly games, the PlayStation 2 and the Wii, and I'm sure there's other ones as well. Why? It's like Pictionary. Pictionary is another game you can play at Christmas. Very, you know, very, very straightforward. You get a bit of paper and a number of, you know, somebody will draw like 35 items on a bit of paper. You pick one out of a hat, you draw it, and somebody else has to guess it. They made games out of that, computer games out of that. What's the bloody point? You know, charge somebody 25 quid to buy a game. We can go down the shop and buy a pen and paper and some card for about 3 quid. Just don't understand it.
I think we've got 2 Monopoly variants. I'm sure it may be Cluedo we've got that's Harry Potter.
I saw Harry Potter Cluedo in town today.
My missus is she's a big Harry Potter fan, so I think I bought a Harry Potter Cluedo. It's had a Cluedo and Monopoly, but when we were in Canada, we bought Canadopoly, so it's effectively Monopoly for Canada. We just had to get it because we, you know, something from Canada. But yeah.
Sorry, Mike. Go straight. You can.
Okay, I'll say I think I've got Catopoly. I think I randomly found it in a charity shop for like 50p. So it's like all about getting different breeds of cats or something stupid like that.
I've got a Doctor Who version of Monopoly, which is still in the box.
Cool.
Which you got something? I've got one Peter Capaldi on the front of it.
No, I have seen them, but I don't own any of the Doctor Who ones.
Yeah, I had it for Christmas ages ago. I've never played it.
I played the Simpsons one. That's pretty cool.
I think it helps if it's something like that, based around a series or a character. You mentioned Harry Potter, Paul. I include you mentioned the Simpsons, James. I mean, if it's around that, it's a bit more interesting. But it's still, end of the day, it's bloody Monopoly, isn't it?
Talking about variants.
Yeah.
My mate Doug has Pokemon, although I know there's an old one and a new one. Gordon has Italian Fortnite Monopoly. That's different.
That's quite handy, isn't it?
Yeah.
And educational as well, because you learn how to speak Italian.
There's 2 things I don't want to do: play Fortnite and learn Italian.
Well, there you go.
And Monopoly. It's all 3 of them, isn't it? Really? Yeah.
And also, apparently, Gordon's saying we should have a Basubi versus Phoebe Chicken Monopoly challenge.
No points. Wasabi would win.
There'd be no technical difficulties either, so it'd be, nobody get out of doing it that way.
Yeah. You are right though. What you said earlier, like there's loads of game ones. Like I've got Master System, I've got Switch, I've got Wii.
Well, there was Monopoly version going back as far as the 8-bits. I think all C64 Spectrum and Amstrad all had versions of Monopoly as well. They used to give them away as pack-ins because they were just, I was going to buy a version of that.
No, I've got loads of weird versions. I've got Yu-Gi-Oh one. I've got France '98. I think I've got like 2006 and 2010 World Cups as well. So they turned out to do monopolies for them. Got loads of weird ones, but also I don't know if anyone's seen them. There's the gamer versions as well for 2 or 3 of them, like where you go around the board and you earn things like, well, there's a Mario Kart and Sonic one. I think Mario Kart you go around collecting coins, doing tasks or something, and Sonic you get the rings one. I never managed to get the Sonic one, but I've got the Mario Kart one, and you can buy like the extra characters with special abilities and all that. So the principle is the same.
You've got to change that, Martin, especially as you're Mr. Sonic.
Well, I went to buy it, and it was like gone up to like 65 quid. It was like, what? It was like,
yeah, maybe not then.
But
I want to, though. I want to get the Sonic one.
But you talk about all these variants of Monopoly. I'm waiting for the special coronavirus version of Monopoly. But it'd probably be more like Risk, I'm guessing, because you'd sort of start on one continent and then try and take over another one.
So we're at the Transformers level of coronavirus at the minute. What's the next level above Transformer level? Because
Optimus Prime.
Omnicrom's like the proper Transformer name for a virus. So there's got to be. I don't know what you go to beyond that.
I don't know. That's a good one.
Ultron.
Ultron.
Ultron, yeah.
But yeah, you have different, variants of coronavirus around the Monopoly board. We'll have enough eventually at some point. I'm pretty sure of it. So.
But I think we're all agreed that Monopoly is a game that's played at Christmas, but also one that starts probably half of the Christmas arguments.
Yeah, I think it covers all that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is a good one. Is there ever been a board game that's transferred to the consoles? Well,
don't think so.
Trivial Pursuit's not too bad, but maybe that's just a generic question one. I didn't mind that so much.
I didn't mind Trivial Pursuit, but again,
something like Battleships.
Well, there is Battleships on Hasbro games, I think.
Yeah, there is.
Are they out of reach? Yes, they are. A little bit out of reach. But there's a series of Hasbro compilations came out on the Wii, Hasbro Game Nights, and they're all again, board games on that. So you'd have Connect 4 and Twisters on one. Was it Twister? Computer game version of Twister?
There is Twister.
Yeah.
Connect to the 360.
I'll have a look. I'll just blank myself out for a second. If you hear some things falling on the floor, that's me going to the shelves. So I'll be back in a second.
Well, quickly, Dave's comment. I know it's French, but I'm still happy to pay £3 for a French Zelda Monopoly any day, personally.
Nate's got plenty of time now that he's finished his degree. Surely he can learn French now and play it.
Well, I learned Japanese through video games. Why not French through board games?
Yeah, why not?
Why not, indeed? Risk, as Chili says, yeah. I think that was I think that's a Hasbro game for the Switch, and it had Monopoly, Trivial Pursuit, and Risk, I think.
But does it really follow that? Does it follow the board game close? There's one.
I haven't played the Risk bit, so I don't know, but I played the other two.
There's one I believe that is very close, and I'm going to sound like Al here because I'm going to try and pronounce this. Is it Carascone? Carascone? It's like you get hexagonal puzzle pieces and you build a world out of it. And that,
I've never heard of that.
It's not something that we play. I think it's an American game or by the sounds of it, a French game. But I believe that's supposed to. I only know about it because I got it one of the versions free with Games with Gold. I believe that follows it quite cool. But yeah, that one.
Yeah, that looks French.
Carcassonne.
A name like that.
That's it.
Carcassonne.
I
don't know. Looks French to me. That's a guess.
I've never even heard of that.
Nope.
No, neither by us.
But I think it's not something we would play in the UK. It's more of a. I think it's probably isolated to France and parts of Canada. I'm not 100% sure. Scott's your man for board games. He'll know where that's isolated to.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, let's think. What other board games do people play? Say, hang on, Gordon's just added. Carcassonne is a place in France, so quite possibly French. Yeah.
If it's a place in France, it will be French.
That
or they named the place after the board game.
I love that. I love that logic, Russ.
Thanks, mate. Thanks. I found them games anyway. Yeah.
Interesting that Boggle is on one of them.
Yeah, I mean, we've got. So I did mention. I mean, you mentioned Battleships, James. That's there at the top. Battleships.
So I would imagine that's fairly good.
Yeah. So you got Battleships. You got Boggle. Which
that would be a nightmare. Surely Boggle would be a nightmare with the motion controls and not an actual keyboard.
Or letting people see what you put down or something at least.
Well, yeah.
Yahtzee. You saw Janelle shout now or something. Isn't that how it works?
Yahtzee, yeah.
Yeah, and then Connect 4 as well. And there's Sorry, I'm sorry, I remember playing that years ago.
There is
But I
a
was,
strategy to
but
connect for as well.
yeah, I was right because on the third family game night pack, Twister.
Ow!
I don't know. That'd be interesting to work
Christmas
out, wouldn't it?
remote or something.
But
Do
they got
you
all.
all have to yeah.
Yeah, but they got all these on him. The second one's got Operation on it, Jenga, which had its own game on its own anyway.
I think you and Mrs. Burr should play Twister on the Wii.
Yeah, do a video, do a review on it. That would be so brilliant.
With technical difficulties. But you got the Game of Life. You got Cluedo on there as well. That's the third one, and also what's that one down the bottom? Mousetrap, which I think had its own version anyway. And they really stretched it by the time we get to the fourth volume. I've got all four of these. People laughed at me. They're coming useful now. They should come on stream. But they've actually got different versions of Connect 4, Boggle, Yahtzee, and Bop It.
Bop It?
Yeah, whatever Bop It is, yeah.
That's the machine thing, I think.
Yeah, you've got to twist it, do something else to it. Don't touch it in a very bad place, and then bop it.
It's also a filing nightmare because the first three volumes start with H for Hasbro. And then the last one, which is volume 4, actually starts with F. It's just called Family Game Night.
Is that because I assume they've lost the Hasbro license then, maybe?
Well, no, I doubt it. It's still got the names Yahtzee and Boggle and that.
Yeah, it doesn't actually mention the word Hasbro at all, Paul. You're absolutely right. It doesn't.
Weird.
But even though it's got Mr. Potato Head on it, these are on all the other ones as well. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there. But yeah, so I never thought they'd come in that useful.
There you go.
There you go.
Similar thing to that. Has anyone got or played the 51 worldwide games on the Switch?
Switch, no. I played the one that was on DS that you could get.
The 42 game one, is that?
I think so. Something like that. 49, 42. I don't know. I just used the i4 card and played it on that. But
because I know the worldwide games on the Switch has Yacht, which is basically Yahtzee, but then you get like Ludo, drafts, and all that. So I found that's quite fun to play. Like some of the board games on there at Christmas.
The one thing I found really fun on the Wii to play was the PDC dice. I found that really interesting to play.
Did you? I was expecting so much more out of that.
Were you?
Yeah, I really was. I mean, I was so disappointed when I first played it because I thought, oh, she's a bit. Again, it's one of those things translating across. You know, about board games translating the computer. I mean, darts is something that, okay, it's got the motion controls of the Wii, but that's all you're doing all the time. You might as well just do it yourself.
It's a weighty control with the batteries, I guess. It's not like holding.
Just
it's not
play
quite the
darts.
Yeah, that's what I would do. That's what I would do. But you mentioned all that like Ludo and whatever. One of the cheapest Christmas presents you could probably get is one of those great big compendium of games.
Yeah.
And I mean, when I was younger, they were always given away as gifts, and you'd have like probably 2 boards inside a set, but you'd have different pieces, so you can do like 15, 20 sorts of games. And they were always a good way of getting started. So if you got a present for that, and you had family come round, and you're showing off your presents like we used to when we were kids, your grandparents come round, your aunties or whatever, and they say, oh yeah, well I'll go with a draft or something, or snakes and ladders, and that's what you'd use. You get those out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Manda and I got one of them like last year or something. And like you say, you get like different boards like Snake and Ladders and Ludo and drafts or whatever. And then you get like all the bits, you can use them in multiple games. So I agree, they're a really good thing for Christmas because then you can switch it up from one game to another like anything really quickly.
What about Subjects? That's a great game.
What's that one?
It's where you have to name like a male, female, places, loads of other different subjects that you pick a letter out of a hat, and whatever that letter you pick out, then you've got to name man's name, female's name, place, but you can sort of make it your own basically. So in our house, we enjoyed wrestling, so we would have wrestling characters. I can't remember the official name of the game.
And then
we called it Subjects.
If you get one that's double, so if you
so it'd be 5 points. So if no one's got that name it would be 10 points.
Yeah, and if you have a double end one, it goes the other way. You switch back to going. We play a drinking game very similar. So take Marvel characters for instance. If you were on P and you said Peter Parker after it had come from somebody else beginning with P, it would switch back the other way, and then the person who went before you would have to then think of a character, and if they couldn't think of it, they'd have to drink. It sounds very similar to what James is describing.
Pretty much, yeah. That's it.
I mean, one I know, which is similar to what you're saying as well, is I think it's one that everyone did at the same time, but you pick a category, say countries, and you'd all have to come up with one beginning with each letter of the alphabet. And then if any people duplicate, they don't count, and you get points based on the unique entries you have. So say you named a country, I don't know, say letter E, everyone put England, but you put, I don't know, saying like Equatorial Guinea or something like that.
Egypt.
Ecuador.
And you're the only one who put that, then you'd get a point, and the one who had the most points would win.
That sounds
that's it, yeah.
With a bit of planning, we could have done that tonight.
We could have done, couldn't
That
we?
would be a different strain.
Yeah, we could have done that. It'd been quite good. That's where that comment.
We need the fifth member, though. That's the thing.
Oh, he's the one who split off and had his own solo career. We don't need him.
Sure, don't take that out 5 members. Didn't every boy band in the 90s have 5 members?
Yeah.
Even,
you want to see what I've got?
Even the bad ones, yeah.
If I thought about that or known that, I could have called it "Take That's Reunion Tour" or something for the stream.
Yeah, that would have got loads of people who were really expecting something completely different.
Clickbait.
5 never had 5 members going. Never.
Well, that would have just been false advertising if they didn't.
Did the Backstreet Boys have 5?
I don't know. Amanda, you might know.
I'm pretty sure NSYNC did. I'm sure they had 5. And I'm in a healthy amount about damn bad boys by the sound of it. What do I know so much about boy bands? I don't know.
I'm trying to work it out as well, especially boy bands from the 90s, given that you're slightly older than us, Russ. I'm just curious.
I know most of the groups in the 60s had 5 in their bands, didn't they? Rolling Stones and that sort
Monkeys
of stuff.
had 5, didn't they?
Yeah,
no, the Monkeys had 4.
Oh, was it 4, was it?
The Beatles had 4, the Monkeys had 4. The big giveaway was a Dave Clark 5 because there were 5 of them.
No,
they were brilliant, Dave Clark 5.
Glad all over, wasn't it?
There was a band called Dave D. Something.
Oh,
something Pitch.
Yeah, Dave D. Dozy beat Mick and Titch or something like that. I don't know the exact word, but it was something like that, yeah.
Here we go. The last of us said it, but man, Backstreet Boys had 5, as did NSYNC.
Didn't Boyzone and Westlife as well? I'm pretty sure they did.
Yeah, I think Boyzone had 5.
Boy bands is not my strong point.
It's not mine either. So.
Nor mine. I don't know where that's come from.
Useless pair of wankers we are.
There was one boy band featured in my my Spotify roundup, and that was 5 because of the 5 mega mix. Everything was all.
Tonight's been very educational.
5 had 5 members. Carcassonne is in France, so probably French. Every day is a school day. Yeah, there we go.
That's my service to the community today.
What we're talking about again?
It's own games, isn't it?
Yeah, board games. We've gone on to boy bands, but yeah, we're on board games.
That's what's so good about live streams. They lead you anywhere.
Oh, that's it, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, Russ knows that.
Yes, yeah. I just let them run. That's the best bit about it. Yeah, we'll have a loose framework, and off we go.
I might spoil my film stream, but we're in for a treat because Pedro's going to be on my film stream, and Pedro's great for going off on a tangent. So,
isn't he just? That tomorrow, is it?
No, I'm
14th, isn't it?
Oh, the 14th. Oh, yeah. Who's tomorrow then? Oh, it's James. Isn't
I
it?
am. Yeah.
Oh, funny enough, James. James, are you doing a live stream tomorrow night?
I am, mate. Yes.
Yes.
Can't remember what I'm doing. I have favourite songs actually.
Yeah.
And the one below me is a guest.
Ah.
Yeah.
I'm
And I've got another guest. I've got another guest lined up as well.
Oh, lovely.
I won't
It's
spoil that one.
There we go, one for you. Is 17 a Christmas song, Stay Another Day, but was it better than the Bond film Die Another Day?
Well, I don't think that was really a Christmas song. It was a Christmas number one, but it wasn't a Christmas song like the likes of, I mean, even my favourite Christmas song. We're going to discuss this tomorrow, so I don't want to go into this. But things like Rage Against the Machine aren't really Christmas songs, but they were Christmas number ones.
See? But this is like a quiz game, so it's still relevant today.
And as for Die Another Day, I'm not a big Bond fan, so later Bonds, I like the earlier stuff. I like the Connery and the Roger Moores.
Yeah, Roger Moore, he was brilliant as Bond.
Sean Connery was the ultimate Bond, though.
Yeah, I heard that James Bond condoms are pretty good because they help you Roger more.
Yeah, you can't beat a good old Rogering.
I'm trying to resemble him, to be fair, so I'm not too. The good thing is, though, being this weight, it's hard to throw me about, which is fun. So,
I think with your martial arts background, Paul, you're the last person I want to be throwing around. To be fair,
I'm not to infringe on your trademark, but I am a cuddly bear.
I know I've met you.
I'm not. I'm like this all the time. So.
I reckon then
turns out in my car,
you
I'm not.
must be like the most cuddly cuddle ever then, or something. But saying about Bond, I, for example, have Trivial Pursuit I would like to play at Christmas, and I think last Christmas or the one before got James Bond Trivial Pursuit, but it's just like the questions. So I tend to find that I like the quiz games at Christmas, so
I do
specialised ones. So that, or I've got a DVD Star Wars Trivial Pursuit. So we tend to play them every Christmas. Does anyone play something like Trivial Pursuit? Or
I would love to, but Claire doesn't like quizzes. So I mean, you know, I'm telling about the computer games. I don't mean to, because we went talk all sorts of games here, but you know, things like Buzz. I love playing Buzz with the buzzers. And
Buzz is brilliant.
Yeah, and you know, quizzes aren't her thing. She just doesn't enjoy them, so usually I end up playing them on my own. But I don't mind that.
I tend to get banned from playing the quizzes with family because my head's full of useless shit. So
yeah,
I'm quite good at a quiz machine when you're in the pub. So
they're good fun.
Yeah. I used to love doing those. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire was up the road from us, and I used to love playing on that. And we nearly got to the very top nearly got to the very top. And there used to be one years and years ago called Radio Times, which is based on Telly Addicts. Telly Addicts and Radio Times, and it was the same one. And I used to consistently take the jackpot out of that. Even if it paid out, I would then go and play it again and get another jackpot out of it. Because, like you, Paul, I'd know so much crap. If I'd actually absorbed anything that was useful, I probably would have been dangerous. But there we go.
I know.
Unfortunately, it's all the useless crap that's stayed in my head. The older I've gotten, the stuff I actually have to know, I have to then go back and read again to get it back in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that useless stuff will come in handy one day.
I don't think I can make a living off of quiz machines in a pub, though. That's the problem.
It depends how many pubs you know. If you know loads of pubs with them in, you could probably do £100 a day.
Yeah. There's more chance than a bandit, for sure. That's for sure.
I've never liked them.
We used to go to a pub near me, and they had a quiz machine, loads of different ones. They had a match of the day one on there.
Yeah.
But then they had like the whole home and away. And the home was football questions, but the away were other stuff. So it's like me and two of my mates. And we made the perfect combo near enough. Like the home football stuff, I was really good at. Music, one of my mates was really good. Movies, which tend to be the other thing, my other mate happened to be really good at. So pretty much every question that ever came up, we got right through one of us or another. So I think the pub were getting a bit pissed off with us at the end. Every time we went over to the pub, you could see them go like that sort of thing.
So based on what Scott said, I remember getting, when I was a kid, I remember getting, not Telly Addicts, but I got Blockbusters.
Yes, I had Blockbusters.
Oh, yeah.
As a kid, I'd have been about 9 or something. It came in a massive, like, proper 2-foot wide box.
I might have that.
Half a foot deep.
It was a big box.
It was massive.
And they had the children answers, didn't they? They had like 2 sets of cards.
Yeah.
One for like the children, and then one for the adults.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I might have that now.
But even then, my parents didn't want to play me at quizzes because the useless crap just stuck in my head.
But it was distinctly impressive because you got the board as well, didn't you? You got the actual Blockbusters board with the little hexagons to fill in as you went along.
You changed it for the I can't remember not the Gold Rush. Was it the Gold Rush in Blockbusters?
Yeah.
I think so.
Was the Gold Rush? Yeah.
You changed the cardboard out, didn't you, for the Gold Rush, and it gave it a different look.
The only thing you couldn't make the board was flash when you were getting close to getting one away.
Yeah,
that'd been quite impressive if you could have like pulled all the pieces out at once and gone like that.
I've got one that's might be of interest to you, to Russ. I've got Countdown, but I've got about 3 different versions of it. And one of them, the box is quite long. It's like old school. It's got like the rubber mat. It's got the cards. It's even got a
rubber mat. I don't remember a rubber mat in Countdown. Are you talking about something completely different here? Is that the white clean version?
Hey, Bob, please, Bob.
It depends what you pick as the answers, whether it's the clean one or not.
Yeah. Is it the Rachel Riley nude edition? In which case, you probably would need a white clean one.
Different type of rubber.
You can kick me off any time you want. I don't mind. Sorry.
Number generator. You literally had the little wheel like you get on some of the mice nowadays, and went like this, and then it just slowly scroll round.
Oh yeah.
The numbers. That was like old school one. But love my Countdown game.
Somebody mentioned Subutio earlier. I got a football tabletop game. The one where you push down on the heads of the players and it would actually kick the ball away from them.
Oh, the little pad things on the bottom.
Yeah, you pushed out. I can't remember what it was called, but yeah, it wasn't the greatest.
What was the one where you had all the knobs that you would have to twist them around?
The Super Cup football, that one.
It was electrical.
No,
yes, Super Cup football, wasn't it? I'm sure it was. I think Pedro's got that in the background of his.
My missus says Simon Says.
I don't know what that is.
Wait, is your missus called Simon then?
Yeah.
Your nickname for her, yes. Mr. Simon Says.
Is that what that was called? The electrical football game?
Maybe it wasn't.
What?
The electrical football game.
Oh, no, got nothing to do with football.
You're making me look a dickhead on the live stream.
She isn't, James. Don't worry, she isn't. She isn't.
No, that's when you do a Christmas song video, on YouTube, you're going to look a dickhead anyway. Yeah.
She does bring up a good game. Simon Says, which I don't know if people remember that one was when I was a lad. It was like a black piece of plastic with 4 different coloured lights on it, and then it would flash in sequence. And then what you had to do was press the lights in sequence to match it.
No, I haven't heard of that.
I'm sorry, Russ. I'm still laughing about that. Oh,
that's right. Yeah.
That translated to a video game, didn't it, Russ? Wasn't it just called Simon when it was released on I assume the Spectrum and stuff?
I'm guessing. I think you're probably all right. I think there was a version. I'm not sure, maybe even back as far as the 2600. Really, really early days of computing, possibly.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there has been one. But the football game you're thinking of, James, was Super Cup football.
I think it's Simon Says.
It's not Simon Bloody Says.
Simon, yes.
Fucking
Oh,
two.
dear.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
The poor old Paul made him pissed himself. Look.
Oh,
Got
dear.
even more
You know.
basic than Simon says. Hangman.
Hangman. Oh, well, I used to play Hangman at
What a
school.
great game.
Yeah, I used to play
Great
that at
game.
school.
I
Lunchtime.
used to enjoy doing a little drawing of the man hanging.
Mandra and I actually have like a sort of board game version of it where you have to like get the letters and slot it in top of the board and like lights the character up.
But again, isn't that overkill? Don't you just need a piece of paper and a pen to play Hangman?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but it's like seeing the man light up as you get closer to like killing him.
Oh, okay. So it's electronic then.
Well, not electronic. I think it's just sort of got like some sort of. I don't know how it lights up, but it flashes up a bit. But you don't use batteries. I don't know how they've done it.
Oh, okay. Oh, I think I've seen that one.
Board game version of Hangman.
Hangman,
How bad is that? I think that's probably just a money grab.
There's so many. Have we mentioned charades yet or charades?
No, we haven't got anywhere near that yet.
We ain't got anywhere near that one yet. No. We'll get on to that
Although I
one
don't know
later
if that's a party game or a sex game, according to Basubi yesterday.
Obviously, you know, Basabi likes to do different things with that game. To the majority of us,
it's a different different society over there. I'm pretty sure that's a bit more liberal minded than it would be over here, sort of thing. I don't know. They have strange attitudes to sex in Japan, don't they? It's
Yeah, that's true.
it's
Yeah,
different
like
different to us.
The thing is, you say about charades, I've always seen it more as a New Year game rather than like Christmas. But then it's like, do you just count the whole thing as Christmas, like the whole period, or what?
Charade just come down to going Goldfinger. You know, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Paul? You play charades?
I've done in the past, but yeah, people don't like you going like this when you say 4 words.
Right, so we've got Monopoly so far and Hangman for their next battle.
Hangman will be interesting if Basubi pulls out some Japanese words. Playing Hangman with characters, that'd be fun.
That's going to be part of his Basabi at Christmas, hopefully.
Exploding kittens. I never heard of that.
Yeah, I think I might have seen this actually. I don't know if it's the same game, but I know there's different types of cats. There's things like they say like a taco cat, and it shows a taco with a cat in it, and I can't remember how you play it exactly, but I've played a game. I think I've played that game, but it was a while ago.
A taco with a cat. You say taco?
Yeah, it's taco cat because taco cat backwards is taco cat.
Yeah, we own Exploding Kittens. We own Cards Against Humanity as well.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Cards Against Humanity.
It's like Cooper saying, Exploding Kittens is okay. It's not as good as Cards Against Humanity, I don't think.
Same here. I think Cards Against Humanity. Have either of you two played that, or anyone else in the chat? I know you
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
Cards Against Humanity. Oh my god. How to describe it? Someone will ask a question or a scenario that they'll have cards, and you have 10 answer cards in your hand, and you have put what is probably the most funny or most inappropriate answer. So, for example, when we had it, it was the question was, what is Batman's guilty secret? So people would put dead parents. Obviously, with Batman's parents be dead. I know I put glory holes.
In Cards Against Humanity, it goes as far as certain answers can be Hitler as well. It's not there's no limit to what it can be. It is a kind of an 18+ game.
I'm strangely interested now.
It is. There is a family-friendly one, but it's not as good.
I could have a lot of fun with that, but then me playing it.
There is a card against Disney as well. I saw. I don't know whether that's some special edition or.
There's Cards Against Muggles as well, Harry Potter one. But as Nate says there's upgrade packs as well, and in the upgrade packs you actually get blank cards, so you can make your own questions and answers.
But that's just like buying DLC, and we all fucking hate DLC. So
buy a bit of paper and a pen; it's cheaper. I'm going to stop saying that at some point during this, but you know,
it's true though.
yeah, it's
This
true.
is a
You're
genuine
right,
answer.
Jason.
This is a genuine answer, by the way. So yeah, but I recommend looking into Cards Against Humanity. It is so funny and ridiculous and very inappropriate.
You need a few of you though. You can't just play it with one or two people. You need at least 5 or 6. I find to make it that little bit funnier.
I remember playing Past the Pigs. Did anyone play Past the Pigs?
No, but I've heard of it.
I mean, it came out when we were what the hell? It came out when we were quite young, and it's like a dice rolling game, but instead of dice, you got pigs. So you just roll the pigs around, and whatever position they landed in, you'd score points.
Okay, I've heard the name of it, I think, but I don't think I've ever played it.
And I think you lost. Your turn ended when they sort of ended up lying opposite each other. So it was different. But it was very, very popular. I'm not sure if people still play it or not, but I remember that one from. I think my sister had it for Christmas one year, so that would have been when we played it.
Anyone heard of Munchkin? I think I have played it, but I can't remember how it goes. I think my friend had it. So you probably remember.
I don't know any of these games.
I'm getting. Is Steve Jackson one of those guys who used to write those?
I'm not listening to you.
Possibly.
I don't know. I might be getting confused with somebody else, but I don't know.
But yeah, no, there's loads of these sort of card game sort of things. But I do think Cards Against Humanity is probably the most well-known one of them.
It was the original, wasn't it, really, Cards Against Humanity? It was the first one of that ilk. And then things like Exploding Kittens jumped in, and there's hundreds of them now.
What's funny is you get the Cards Against Humanity knockoffs. So I think one of them is Crabs Against Humidity or something. And it's got a crab like twisting a thermometer and the thermostat.
Yeah,
that's past me.
There you go, Russ. Yes.
There we go. See, that's where that useless information comes in use.
There's also obviously the other more well-known card games, Uno.
So we can imagine an exam question has gone out my head at some point and been replaced by Steve Jackson, who was the co-writer of one of those Choose Your Own Adventure books. Oh dear, there goes the degree. You know, I'm not going to get a first class now. I'm going to get a 2-1 because of that.
Could be worse. Could have got Desmond like I did.
Oh dear me! There's loads of games. I've not tried any of those. I'd love to try them, but I just probably haven't got enough people to be able to play them now.
They are proper party games.
I'm kind of intrigued to how Cards Against Humanity would be between us all, get a good few people from the community get all playing at the same time. I'm kind of intrigued to see how that would go now.
That would work really well. That would be really good.
We need to pay for the. Is it up to 10 on StreamYard?
I think so. Yeah.
I pay for StreamYard, so
we could probably do it with.
Oh, there we go. We'll use Russ's channel, so we can be as dirty as we want.
Yep. £5 entrance fee each to cover my costs, and then you'll be all right.
I mean, there is a way of doing it. It's a lot of faffing about, but there is a way of doing it with Discord and OBS.
Yeah.
It's not as easy as just paying for streaming.
Hey, Sean.
I hope you're feeling better, mate.
Tell Sean that Die Hard's a Christmas film. See what he says.
Oh, yeah. Right. Sean, is Die Hard a Christmas film?
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
And there he goes.
Yeah.
Discuss. I have to agree. I have to agree with Paul. It is a Christmas film. It is around Christmas, isn't it?
I can make an argument for it both ways. It's definitely a Christmas film in my eyes, but I can make an argument for it both ways.
See, he said no, it's not. He said no, it's not. There you go.
Oh yeah, it is. He's behind
my
you.
argument. Like, you get Doctor Who has a Christmas special. It's like features specifically Christmas Day and all some Christmas stuff like decorations or the angels coming to life or whatever. Does that make it a Christmas series just because it's set on Christmas
that's
Day?
a one-off episode. But the whole premise of Die Hard is it's set at Christmas. I'm going to spoil my own stream here. Set at Christmas, has Christmas music all throughout it. His wife's called Holly, which is associated with Christmas. He's a guy who wants to get back to his family at Christmas. There's always a bad guy in Christmas films, and it snows a lot. And there's so many Christmas tropes in Die Hard that it makes it a Christmas film. But you could argue that Home Alone's not a Christmas film as well, and you can argue that I can make an argument for most things that should and shouldn't be, same as you can do with Christmas songs. That we'll discover tomorrow. Yeah. And yes,
it's going to be a long stream, that's all. It's going to be a long stream.
A very long stream or a very short stream.
Have you cleared your diary for that week, just out of interest?
It's going to be fun. Because
something about the Munchkin.
Oh, it's woken Pete up as well. Yeah, Pete.
It was good
I wonder what time Pete got up.
He does like his ball games, just Pete. He does.
Met Pete and Nath at Donny. It was good to meet them both. To be fair, I think them and Marcus, dad and lads. I think they were the only ones I'd not actually met. Oh, and Tootie, because he was one of the stalls. But I think I'd met everybody else. Yeah, it was good. It was good to meet some people there, and most people there agreed that Die Hard was a Christmas film. But never mind.
It's a room full of wrong-uns.
We were in Yorkshire though, so.
Does anyone play Uno? Because I know there's like loads of varieties of that now as well.
I don't speak Italian, so I don't know how to play that.
Heard of the game, but yeah, not played it.
Don't you have to just?
What's the one you knock the bricks out? That's
Jenga.
That's a good game. Yeah, that's a good
yeah,
game.
we put them out.
Yeah, Arkanoid.
Yeah, I enjoy that.
Yeah. Isn't Uno just effectively Snap, where you've got to match the numbers?
Oh, it's a mathematical quiz.
Uno, yeah. You have to put one of the same colour or number unless you like make someone skip their turn or pick up more cards or something.
That sounds too much like learning to me.
Okay, that one has had quite a few video game versions made as well.
So that's another cheap game you can play. Just have a pack of cards and play Snap.
It sounds as complicated. It sounds as complicated as, but is it Bamboozle on Friends? It just sounds like there's too many rules.
Talking Bamboozle, did anyone ever do the Bamboozle quiz on Teletext on Channel 4?
All the time on CFAX, yes.
Oh yeah, my sister, used to love doing that.
On Channel 4, on Teletext.
Teletext.
I think it was page 801, 804.
I can't remember what page it was.
It was 800 and something, I'm sure it was. And it was a quiz that was always on. And you had like the pixelated guy, because it was done on Teletext, who would ask you questions.
You press red, green, or whatever to choose the answer.
Yeah. I hate quizzing, obviously.
And if you got them all right, there would be a special screen at the end, wouldn't there?
Oh, there we go. Jim's right. 888.
I think 888 was subtitles.
That's subtitles, that is. What's it about?
Yeah, I thought that was subtitles.
Well, there were two different, though, weren't there? There was CFAX and then there was Teletext. They were different on different. Was CFAX BBC?
CFAX was BBC, I think.
CFAX, I thought 888 was the uniform code for subtitles. That's what I thought.
10 questions for Bamboo. Yeah, it was Sean. And there was the guy with the big black, almost looked like a Teletext mullet, if you ask me.
He looked like a Simpsons character.
Almost. He was yellow, yeah.
I remember that briefly. Yeah, I might have played that a few times.
I'm trying to find out what page. No, not 404. That's error message.
The only one I remember, I think, was 338, which I think was the football gossip on CFAX.
Yeah, 101 and 301 news and sport headlines. That was my
oh yes,
my go-to.
302 was football. Yeah,
or 150 for the latest news flash, which would pop up on your television.
Amazing. What world we lived in. We used to use teletext.
Turns out 107 on Teletext was Bamboozle.
Oh, 107.
It changed because it was 450 at times as well, based on these pictures.
And now you've got the whole internet in the palm of your hand. It's
scary now, isn't it?
It is.
I think Sean's mixing things up there. CFAX and Oracle. Oracle was is definitely an IT firm, but
Yeah.
No, Oracle was ITV and Channel 4's teletext service. CFAX was the
right,
BBC.
okay.
There we go. I
Maybe,
think that was the
maybe
name.
I'm too young to know.
So there used to be that well-known phrase, "Page the Oracle." Oh,
Oh, bye, James.
has he gone?
See you later.
He just disappeared.
He's gone to play
Where are you,
Simon Says.
James?
Yeah, he's going to play Simon Says, I think.
He's run away and in disgust that his missus gave him the wrong football game.
If you come back,
You know,
James, I'll add you again.
He lives in the most remote part of Scotland up Inverness Way, so that'll be explain why he might have dodgy internet.
I actually had because the teletext was done through the aerial signal. I actually had it. Remember, it came up saying Southampton once. But my favourite one was where the letters would get all messed up because of the signal. There's a place near me called Grays, so like Grays Athletic, and instead of Grays, who were playing whoever it was, they were playing Goats. It actually changed it to Goats. It was like, that is so perfect. Okay, let's see. So it's his internet apparently. Okay.
Ah, there we go.
Hi, Ross.
Ross is in.
And well, I've stolen it. But even if it's correct hair, you have lovely little curly locks like this.
But I've got a blue hat on, Stuart, so it's quite close.
Yeah, he's not quite an erect Smurf at the minute.
Yeah. Remember which side it goes on. There we go.
I'm the anti for him because he's a Kilmarnock fan and I'm a Rangers fan, so that evens it out for him. I'm the cock in between two balls here at this point, actually.
I don't know. People might disagree with you, mate. They might cock on either end, possibly. I don't know.
Well, if I'm a cock, that's very impressive, given I clearly have these lovely girlish hairs. All right, tell you what, let's take this different. All right, Paul, what's your favourite game to play at Christmas?
What, as in
any game?
Anything. Like specifically, like, oh, it's Christmas. I always love to play this.
I don't think I have one, to be fair. I think we tend to always get something every year that the family will all play together. Ever since I've been with Laura, anyway, that we'll get a board game of some kind. So whether it becomes a quiz game that we get, or whether it's another one of those.
He's back.
I'm back. I'm back, baby. Sorry about that.
Sorry, mate.
I don't think I've got a favourite one. I tend to always get something that we'll play together. So one year, father-in-law got a future father-in-law, because he's not actually my father-in-law at the minute, but he got some like karaoke box thing, and it had a quiz feature in it, and it played you the intro to songs, and we would do that, and or even sometimes we'll stick YouTube on, when everybody's had enough of the fill of Christmas, and we'll sit down and we'll go through like an intros quiz and see who can get it right, or watching things like Countdown at Christmas, not Countdown, Catchphrase and stuff like that is good. We enjoy playing Catchphrase together and things like that. So there isn't actually a particular game that I go to as such.
Okay, what about you, Russ?
Well, I mean, I don't play games now at all at Christmas, because usually it's only me and Claire, and obviously we'd spend the day together doing other stuff anyway. But I mean, years and years ago, probably it was less to do with Christmas Day. It was more to do with Boxing Day or New Year's Day, where we'd either have family around or we go around to somebody else's house, and more than likely we probably end up playing cards or something like that. Because my granddad knew a few card games, so there's always a deck of cards out, and my dad would be there as well, and they'd be pulling all these games out, and me and my sister and my niece and our cousins would be sort of involved in that, and other members of the family. So that was where it came from. I think my dad still to this day does play board games on Christmas Day, because my stepmom's sister and her daughters come down for the day. So they usually have Christmas Day together and play a ball game in the evening or something like that. So it's still a big part of his Christmas, but it's not really. It's not really ever been part of my Christmas, because usually my Christmas has always been the case. You get up in the morning, you have the presents. You then sort of start doing the food and get on with that. You watch a bit of telly in between. You have your big meal, and then you sort of go through your presents. When I was younger, or in the evening, you sort of sit down and watch a bit of telly, and that's about it, really. So very uneventful, but yeah, just never been a massive part of my Christmas, really.
Russ has just jogged something in my head. It's not really a family Christmas game. It's not a game that I guess it's not always a Christmas game, but every year up until obviously where we're at the minute, me and my close group of friends, we always have one day where we will get together and we will always play a card game called Kings, or some people might know it as Ring of Fire. Basically, each card has a different rule, and you got to do what that card says. In the middle, there's always a pint of shite, and you know, if you draw the king, you got to drink so many fingers of it and stuff. That is the one game that will always, be recurring. Less so at the times we're in at the minute, but prior to that, there was always you'd always guarantee that we would have one day at least where me and my close group of friends, we would be together on that one day and we would play. So like Scott saying, Glory Hunter, Ring of Fire people know it as, and also King, we know it Kings.
We used to play it like as a pre-drinking game. So like
how
you
do
get
you play Kings as a pre-drinking game? It's a drink.
Well, when we did it, I think, I don't know about you, but the drink, we used to call it the dirty pint, I think, in the middle.
We call it
God knows. Yeah, but when we put whatever in it, I remember my mate had to drink it.
That's how we played it.
And I think one time we played
in it.
Yeah, I think ours had Doritos, Haribo, ginger beer, lager, vodka, Sambuca. I think we had fruit pastels or something stupid in it as well. So it wasn't just drink. We had like Doritos and that in it as well. My mate had to drink.
God.
We always do it with liquids. We've had brown sauce in it at one point.
Oh!
But,
Beautiful.
And there's one rule that we play. I think it's called Buzz. I think you play it on the number 7, and basically you start off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and when you get to the number 7, you shout Buzz, and it goes back the opposite way. And then it's multiples of 7 as well. So when you get to like 14, it's Buzz, and it goes back. I am absolutely fucking useless at it. I lose every single time because generally we've all had a few beers by then, and if you want to play silly games with me like that, then those types of games and asking me left and right, I'm useless at. But Buzz is just it messes with my head because you've got to be good at maths, and then
that's me out.
You've got to know what multiples of 7 are, and then I think there's been one time I think out of all the times we played where I've actually been successful at not being the one that actually hit the buzz. It's horrible.
Well, I'll tell you what, this has the same thing to say, but first, James, what's your favourite game to play at Christmas?
Leading up to Christmas, I always have to play Sonic 1, because that game just reminds me of Christmas. Like when I got the Mega Drive.
There's no snow in it.
No, there's no snow in it, but just I don't know. It's just having that game on Christmas Day and the Mega Drive in '91. I sort of associate it with Christmas, if that makes any sense. For nostalgia reason. Yeah. So I have to at least play that in the month of December and try and complete it. And then obviously games, we do enjoy playing our card games and that, which is matchsticks. I don't know if any of you ever played matchsticks before.
Oh, is that where you have to make them knock the other ones off or touch?
No. say if you got like a 4 of spades, and the
Yeah.
person next to you laid 4 hearts, you would have to put one of your matchsticks in. So you had five matchsticks, and obviously if you lose all 5, then you're out. So it's a good survival.
It's probably
game.
got several different names.
It probably has, yeah. I mean, my dad started to call it survival, because that's basically what you try to
It's
do.
it's like Killer at Darts. That's got so many different.
Yeah, but basically, yeah. So it's a quality game, especially when you've got 6-7 people playing it. Really good game. You know, Connect 4 is another great game to play that we used to love, as I was saying earlier. You know, especially in a tournament. Yeah, I can't really think about other games.
Okay. Well, what I'll do is, how about we go through some of the comments, and then I have a question which I'm thinking everyone will be interested in the comments as well. So,
Sounds good.
Ross is saying, Cards Which Mate all exploding kittens again. Pete Viter likes articulate when pissed. Let's see. Sean says charades.
Is he saying he's articulate when he's pissed?
He's pretty articulate when he's sober, so when he's pissed, I'd be interested to see if that's it.
He's incredibly articulate when he's pissed.
For a guy from Yorkshire, he's pretty articulate, yeah.
Nathan wants to know again where you put a plastic thing in your mouth and have to try and talk.
Oh, it's.
I think
I know what you mean. It is like it's a sick thing where it's like a torture thing where you've got this stupid plastic like dentist.
Try putting one of them in your mouth at Christmas and see how you got on with that.
That's more comfortable, I think. At least it's in your mouth and not somewhere else.
That's true.
Ross, it is just a normal family-friendly censored one, which doesn't really work. Trust me, I've tried it. Sean's just noticed the Christmas tree behind you, Russ.
Over there. Well, it's a reflection over that way.
Okay, so different type of game, which we briefly talked upon, thanks to Paul's suggestion. But what's everyone's favourite drinking game?
My best mate's a squaddy. Well, I say a squaddy, he's in the RAF, so he's not really a squaddy. But we've played all sorts of drinking games. My favourite one that we've ever played is a game called Floor. And the reason that I'm going to give away to probably anybody out who's watching that actually knows who I am, who my best mate is here, but we play a game called Floor. And on his stag do, we were in Newquay on his stag do. It was nice weather, and Floor, you have one person who's in charge, and the minute they shout floor, you've got to hit the floor without using your hands. So if you've got a pint in your hand, if you've just got to hit the deck without using it, so no matter where you are. And we were in this bar, and again, my best friend's in the military, so this is where this comes from. And we were in this bar, and I can't remember who was in charge, but one of them shouted floor, and we all hit the deck like proper. I mean, I can break for, but you can't break for with no arms in it, and holding a pint, and you hit the deck. And one of the lads was on the phone to his mum, and he didn't realise that somebody had shouted it, and he's just looking right, you know, like the like Travolta's character does in Pulp Fiction, where he's just looking round rather dumbstruck. That's how the lad looked. That's probably my favourite drinking game to play, but you can't play it that often, and most bars don't particularly like you playing that. So probably actual one that we can play where everybody doesn't get injured is probably Kings or Ring of Fire, as everybody calls it. Horrible, but we still fun.
Well, it's not so bad if you don't have the pint, but
yeah. And there's another one called Yeehaw that I'm absolutely useless at as well, because that's another one where it reverses on certain things and comes back and forth. I'm useless at that. So, but it's still fun to play.
Anyone else play any interesting drinking games?
Jenga.
Drinking Jenga.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Been drunk because obviously doing shots. So you know, if you knock out, I can't exactly remember how we played it because I was so fucking pissed at the time. But yeah, you used to if you knocked. No, if you got one from the bottom, which is the easiest, isn't it? Because obviously the block is stronger when it's at the bottom. It would be one shot. Then the further you go, it gets silly. It gets up to like 10 shots or something ridiculous like that. Was there little dots on the blocks?
No, Jenga's just a.
That's dominoes you're thinking of.
No, I think we draw little dots on the blocks though.
All right.
So obviously, when you pull out one, it depends on how many dots are on that block. Then you have to have that many shots. I can't remember.
A different version of Drink Jenga, which was if you were the one to topple the tower over, you had to down your drink. So you had to have a drink like just standing by next to you. And as soon as you knock the tower over, you have to down the whole thing. So we're talking like, say, a can of drink or like a pint bottle sort of thing. You had down the whole thing if you knocked it over. So
imagine if it was a pint of whiskey. Go on down here.
There's another game that we play when we're out. I think it's called cricket. And basically, if somebody hands you a drink and you don't say, how's that? Or, sorry, if somebody hands you a drink and you don't say not out, and they say, how's that? You've got to down that drink. So basically, you've got to be you're less and less at you're less and less on it as before you get drunk, and it can get really messy because you can be out and you've got to down several pints at once. Having friends in the military, I guess.
I used to hang around with loads of people who didn't understand the rules of cricket, so I can see that after about an hour or so, they'd have been absolutely obliterated playing that game.
Sean's got an interesting drinking game.
It's very popular amongst 4 or 5 people, I understand.
Explain the rules then, Ross. You're the TMB king.
Well, the only rules that we have is there are certain phrases that crop up during the podcast when we did them audio, and it's all carried over a little bit into the major one. So it's pretty much like every time Nath mentions Pikmin, or every time Shaw mentions Call of Duty, or Rob mentions Gears of War, we always just say, "I'll take a drink." So we have a little phrase each. I think I can't remember what we all have now, and that's what we used to say. Oh, if you listen, you'll be taking a drink at this point. So.
I think that deserves a Christmas special. To be fair with you,
I was going to say,
however many of the original TMB you can get together having a few beers.
Yeah, well, we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. We're running out of time, but we'll try and pull them together.
I think people should do that during the Christmas special. Yeah, every time someone says a key word, and just
do it on Big Game House, because his is going to go for like 10 hours.
He'll still be going on Boxing Day. It's be him. He'll be there midday Boxing Day, 36 hours live stream later. He'll just be him shouting out random words.
He might not get back in the country, to be fair. He's due to go out cruising soon.
Just change that phrase slightly, mate. Yeah.
He's due to go on a cruise soon. Sorry.
What would be funny is if we actually did that, said like every time during his stream, every time he said got to pronounce the word wrong or he said a certain word, everyone drunk, but no one told him.
Annihilated.
We didn't get past the first hour.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is no one tells him, and he just wonders why everyone keeps drinking all the time.
Oh, baby, it's all right.
I love Out of Bits. There's a lot of people who think he's an absolute dickhead, but I love the guy in Bits. He's brilliant.
Yeah.
How's a legend?
He's a good lad. He's a good lad.
And he's got breakdown cover now.
Only Monday to Friday.
Oh, finally, yeah, that's good.
I think it's Monday. Once he gets to the weekend, he's stuffed again.
Bless him.
I thought my breakdown cover was bad with Green Flag, but his sounds absolutely brilliant.
Well, that's what happens when you take out roadside cover with Dave's Roadside Breakdown Cover Limited.
For anybody watching back, Al broke down on the way back from Doncaster Gaming Market. Doesn't know what was up with his car, but he broke down. And some guy turned up from the AA and helped him. So he's now got AA breakdown cover, hopefully.
They're waiting around the corner. They hang around in packs, don't they, until somebody breaks down. They drive past. Are you all right? Yeah, I know. I've got no breakdown cover. Oh, well, it's lucky I've just driven past, isn't it? You know, and all of a sudden you sign it the next 12 months.
You joke, but that's what it's like in Canada. They've got like proper evil guys who just sit there and wait for somebody to have a smash, and then they turn like a big free for all to see who can get the scrap.
Get there first, yeah.
Oh dear. Sounds like that could be a game in itself. Who can get to the crashed vehicle first?
Big Game Al's Roadside Recovery.
That's a game I want to buy.
Yeah. Someone's going to make that.
See if someone make it for him. Here you go. That'd be an interesting pick up, wouldn't it?
Bless him. He has got a full Mega Drive power set though, so he's got that game for him.
No, he doesn't. No, he's missing one game.
Oh, is he?
He's missing the basketball game.
He's missing Lakers versus Celtics, isn't he? I think it is.
Oh, he ain't even got a full set, the lying bastard.
It's like 1,500 quid or something.
Double that. It's double that, isn't it? Now it's about $3,000.
It's ridiculous.
That's a mental price, isn't it?
I
We'll
was
forgive
gonna
him
say-
for that.
Also, do you think he should feature his breakdown cover on his pickup video?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
As one of the pickups. Okay. How about? All right. Well, hang on. No, it's got to go. Cheers, mate, for coming along.
Cheers, mate.
I've got to say, from a personal point of view, I normally try to play a bit of FIFA at Christmas, like even just of like one match, sort of like a testimonial match.
Well, you hated FIFA.
No, it's funny that, isn't it?
You play a bit of FIFA every day. Is every day like Christmas for you then, is it, I suppose?
Could be. Although what I do like doing is putting on ISS 64 with the snow for Christmas. That's quite funny. You see people sliding everywhere. Hang on. Here you go. I'll let you answer this one, James.
No, there's not a stream every day. There will be the odd days where there's a break. So I'm on tomorrow. Then the next stream after mine will be Sabi at Christmas, which is the 11th, if I remember correctly.
There's other people doing streams, so it made sense not to compete with them because everybody watches everybody. You know, none of us want to compete with the quiz or the Retro 5, or that's not what it was about. It was about trying to be inclusive for everybody, wasn't it, James?
Yeah. He was just trying to make a bit of fun leading up to the big day for everyone. Just it's not about competing or anything. It's just a bit of fun, really. Yeah.
But none of us wanted to take any shine off of anybody else, or so try to slot it in where there was nobody else streaming type of thing.
I just want to say quickly, Scott, I'm just trying out this Nightbox. If it messes up like that, I'm sorry. I'm still figuring it out. We also have, according to Cooper's World, the Star Wars drinking game. Drink each time they say the following. Nice. Or I get a bad feeling about this. Or Ross with the Roxanne one.
I thought it was about the Steve Martin film. Oh, okay.
Oh, bye, Bob. Steve Martin. I've never really seen any of his films, I have to admit. I have a weird existence.
You've never seen a Steve Martin film?
What's the one where he's got two heads or two brains? Is it
The Man with Two Brains?
Fucking brilliant! That film is.
The clue's in the title.
Yeah. What can I say? I'm having a stupid moment today. That's listening to my wife, isn't it? Oh, Simon Says.
It's hanging around us, mate. That's what it is.
We do that. We generally like dumb everyone down. Like,
oh, you don't need to do that. You don't need to do that with me. I'm already that dumb. So,
can you recommend Martin any good Steve Martin films, Paul? Being our sort of resident film expert tonight.
Man with Two Brains, fantastic film.
That is literally what he was talking about.
trains, planes, trains, and automobiles.
Is a must.
It's probably a good film because there's lots of snow in that. Although it's a Thanksgiving film, it's pretty close to being Christmas. That one.
Cheaper by the dozen's quite good.
No.
But yeah, the Father of Bride is fantastic.
The Jerk. That was the first one. I love that one.
There's a few things. He did a stand-up as well, did Steve Martin. He came from stand-up, and his stand-ups were quite fun as well.
Yeah. As Stuart's mentioned, The Jerk, I think that was his first feature film, standalone vehicle. That was really, really good, that one.
Sean's right, he is very good in Little Shop of Horrors, even though that's not his vehicle. Little Shop of Horrors is an amazing film.
I've always been partial to The Three Amigos. I always quite like that one.
That's a great
That's a good film, that. I haven't seen it for ages.
It used to get shown at Christmas time, didn't it?
It was all a tell you a bloody time, that was, yeah.
He's not done anything sort of recent that you'd think of. But then again, there's lots of...
He's an old man now, isn't he?
There's a lot of people who don't do much now.
Last thing he's done, which is very recent, he's just done this past season in America, is a new sort of drama series or murder mystery series, Martin Short, which I think went down reasonably well. They've actually commissioned a second series. I can't remember what it's called.
Interesting. Is it a comedy? Comedy drama type thing?
It's a little bit light-hearted, but obviously that there is the drama and suspense side of it, so it's a bit serious. But it's going to go down pretty well.
Three Amigas.
The 500, the 1200, and the 3000.
That'd be my sort of thing, I think. The Three Amigas.
Yeah, Dirty Rotten Scandals. He's brilliant in that. That is a superb film. I've got the people to mention that. I love that film. Absolutely brilliant.
I mean, even his Pink Panther film wasn't that bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't. He was no Peter Sellers, but it wasn't to the point where it got awful.
It was terrible. It really was.
But you watch some films now, though. Things like Rampage with The Rock. Not even The Rock could have saved Rampage.
No,
Rampage was awful.
It was a stupid idea in the first place.
But my missus loves it, but it was awful.
My missus actually enjoyed that.
It's a woman's film, then, by the sound of it.
Maybe because The Rock's in it, but then again, Rock's one of my man crushes, so doubt it.
The problem is with Steve Martin as Inspector Clouseau. He can't be anybody else but Peter Sellers. Don't get me wrong; those films, they aren't exactly works of art. They play for the cheap laugh all the time. But Peter Sellers was streets ahead playing that role, and I don't think anybody else could have done it. They tried once or twice to resurrect it, and it's just not been the same. It's got to be the right person doing it. And
it was like the Lady Killers, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The original Lady Killers is just such a great British movie, and to do it as like an American audience film, it just didn't work.
That was Tom Hanks, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah, it was Tom Hanks.
Coen brothers.
I think the Wayne brothers were in it. One of them.
But was it Tom Hanks? Was it?
Yeah, Tom Hanks was in the Lady Killers. Yeah, I think the Coen brothers directed it as well.
Was the Lady Killers originally done by Hitchcock?
No. I know it starred Alec Guinness.
Alec Guinness, Peter Sellers. Was Herbert Lom in it as well?
Yes, it was.
It was, of course, Inspector Dreyfus in the Pink Panther films. There's a tenuous link. There we go.
We're steering into film, and now.
Sorry, yes, we are. Yeah, we only got to mention one thing. We're off it. We're tangents there. We should disappear in something else.
Well, they show films at Christmas, and they show films like, isn't there one based on battleships? So I suppose you get the connection there.
It's a game based on battleships as well. Sorry, I'm going back to games.
Actually, I don't know if I forgot it, but I think there's the Ultimate Board Game Challenge for Wii as well, and I think that's got battleships on it as well.
Probably has. Have I got that one?
I've got that.
It's probably got Twister on there
I
as
have
well.
to keep turning around. Yeah, I think that one's going to be obscured by cupboard, so I can't get to that one.
Yeah, one sec. I'll see on it mine. It's right here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I haven't watched the Coen Brothers Lady Killers film, and it was Marlon Wayans that was in it. Just looking at.
I knew it was Wonder Wayne.
Sorry to go back to films. I'm surprised that as a Coen Brothers film, it wasn't that good.
But again, it's one
I
of
think
these
it's
films.
because the original. I think because the original is so brilliant.
Yeah, it's regarded as a a cinematic classic of its age anyway. So why would you try and remake something which is, in most, or used to be certainly when I was younger, when I first got into film, a 5-star film. All the film critics would rate that as one of the best British films ever made. So why would you then try and remake it? I just don't understand that. Why remake Psycho?
Why remake Psycho? What have you just shown there, Martin? Sorry, we'll go back to games now.
Was it rude?
No, that's all right.
No, what was it you just shown? Sorry.
So, this isn't the game I thought it was. It must be a different one. But I got this on the way. But this one has it says chess, checkers, backgammon. Oh no, battleships, Sudoku, mahjong, Chinese checkers, and reversey, whatever that is.
It always impresses me to play chess against a computer to see if it can stop the 3-move checkmate. Not 9 times out of 10 it can, but every so often it's not the most intelligent AI and isn't very good at spotting it.
I'd probably get done by it.
I do like a game of chess. I'm not very good at finishing the game though. I'm not that strong. The start of it I'm pretty good, but yeah, finishing the game I'm crap at.
I'm like David White, so I'm very good at scoring, but not very good at finishing. And no, we weren't talking about Christmas films. We were just talking about films in general.
Good question here from Sean.
Does anyone have backgammon?
No one knows how to play backgammon.
No one knows.
Is that the one with the shuttlecock?
Could be.
That's badminton.
Badminton, yeah. Sorry,
it's the oldest game in the world. Backgammon.
Is it? It's older than
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's the oldest game in the world. It was found in. Pretty sure it was found in the Egyptian pyramids.
It's the one that's got the board shape like a star, isn't it? Backgammon.
I think it's that one.
It's like the.
That's the one, Martin. Yeah. It's got like triangles on it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I've never understood it either.
Quickly search it, Paul. I'm pretty sure it's
I reckon I'll have a look and see if it is the oldest.
I mean, I like playing drafts. I'm pretty good at that. But
yeah, drafts is a great game.
See, chess I have no patience for. Chess is a game of strategy and thinking ahead, and with being one move ahead of somebody else. And I'm like, nope, not even bothered.
Apparently,
I'm surprised. I'm surprised.
Why?
I don't know. You've got the look, and you've got that look that he's going to be a good chess player. It's like a poker face. You got that look, Russ.
Yeah, oh, okay, yeah. I can guarantee you, mate, I'm shit at it. So if you
so checkers or drafts, as we would call it in the UK, is older than backgammon.
Huh?
Oh, is it? Oh, well, there we go. See, I don't know what. I don't even know if I don't know what the fuck I'm on about.
No, backgammon's the third oldest board game.
That was close. Quite after second, didn't it?
And then there's some Egyptian thing called Senet that's older. Anyway.
Well, if I didn't know better, I'd said Monopoly was older than all of them. That's been around forever.
There's got to be something that caused wars, hasn't there? So
yeah.
Exactly.
Risk that caused wars. Yeah. Senet is the oldest known game. I never even heard of it.
Well, I haven't until Paul mentioned it. No.
The only Senate I'd ever heard of is that thing that they do in the US. But
I mean,
I
chess
don't
must be
think
quite
Star Wars,
old as well.
the Senate can't be that old. America's not that old, but the current state of America is not that old.
Hanafuda. Is that on the Actually, Steve, you might be able to is that on the 51 Worldwide Games? I think I've seen it on there. I know it's a Japanese thing. I think it involves postcards or something. Because I remember, I think there's like Hanafuda postcards as a pre-order gift for one of the
I
Nintendo
think he's
games.
making words up. I think he's just trying to bamboozle everybody and make words up.
Hanafuda.
Yeah, I'm sure I've heard of it. I think it is on the 51 Worldwide Games. And I think
No
it's
idea
like
what that game
postcards.
is.
And
I should
Nintendo
mention to him, see if she knows.
Actually, I'll tell you what.
Ask my missus.
Yeah, see if she knows.
Do you know how do you pronounce it?
Hanafuda.
Yahtzee.
Yahtzee.
Nazis? Nazis? What are you on about?
Yahtzee. That's my little awful.
Oh,
Yahtzee.
Yeah.
Yahtzee.
Is that
What
what
I
that
mentioned
is?
No, I
earlier.
don't know. I didn't hear any of it.
she just shouting out random names. Fucking hell!
What was it you think it was?
No, don't worry. Go. Watch
You got-
Love Island or whatever
Yeah.
you're
What did
watching.
they think it was?
Don't worry. Don't worry.
You've got a keeper there, mate.
Please tell me she's going to be on tomorrow's stream, Jim.
Yeah, I might have to send her the link to appear on it.
That would be fantastic. Please tell me you've got two separate rooms, the dog room and the bird room.
That's just for you.
It's usually me. No, honestly, after we've had Christmas dinner, the one thing I want to do is get everything on, load the dishwasher up, get the dishwasher on, wash up anything that don't go in the dishwasher, get it all tidied, done, and it's finished then.
So my future father-in-law, the in-laws have got a dishwasher, but he still refuses to use it and has to wash everything by hand on Christmas Day. I don't understand why.
Honestly, mate, the industry I work in, the amount of people whose dishwasher goes down and is classed as an absolute emergency, and they want an engineer out straight away because their dishwasher doesn't work, is absolutely astonishing.
Mine's been doing quite well. It's not broken.
Yeah,
since we've had the house. So,
but most people just don't. Because it's a luxury item. It's one of those, and especially when lockdown was on, we're having to prioritise, cooking and laundry ahead of everything else. When people rang, my dishwasher's broken, and like, well, okay, but we're not prioritising dishwashers, so you're gonna have to wait until we cleared the backlog of everything else, and then we might come out to you. Go and buy a pair of rubber gloves and some washing up liquid. It's like it's the paper and the pen answering, isn't it?
I thought this was an inclusive stream until Cooper's World said that, but never mind.
Oh dear.
It's only told me because his wife can't see it. That's what he's doing.
I think he's trying to compensate, to be fair.
Dishwasher Christmas game.
Wait,
actually, you could have
where you put anything.
you can have your own game of sardines with a dishwasher. Try and cram as much stuff as you can into it, so the blades will still turn round, so you don't have to do much washing up.
Yeah,
That's what I try and do at work.
Yeah, or don't eat.
Jam as much as I can in the dishwasher.
Yeah. or don't eat as much. That's always a good way of doing it. But
Actually, I did think of something a minute ago. On the game point of view. Like,
we were talking about games, weren't we? Yeah.
I thought dishwashing was a game. I was going to say like the Mario Party style games, like a combination of the board games and the video games. What do people think of them?
I've never really got into them. Never really got into them at all. I don't know what it is. I just I understand the concept. There's the mini game aspect side of it, but they just never really appealed to me. I can see the audience they're aiming for, but
Mario needs to be a platform game.
I've never really played them. The just kind of mini game stuff that I've played has been on the Wii, and it's always been things like carnival games.
Mm.
I don't understand why Mario
Maybe.
Party
Hey,
Maybe
is worth
Paul
so
wants
much
you to
money
appear on the my
than
stream tomorrow.
on.
what time's that then?
It's
Might be
8.
busy.
It's 8 o'clock. Paul wants you to appear on my stream tomorrow. 8 o'clock. It's all about Christmas songs, so you should be all right on that
Oh, I'll
one.
be good at that.
She'll be good at that, she said.
Weird.
I just keep calling out random song titles.
But yeah, I might agree.
I
Paul,
married
yeah,
a
yeah.
proper star there, didn't I?
You have, mate. Yeah, you have. Do people tell you about that all the time? Do they?
Yeah.
But yeah, I understand the concept of party games. As you mentioned, Paul, like carnival games, stuff like that. That's different because it's okay. It's a load of mini games, but it's just playing those games, isn't it? Whereas Mario Party, etc., you know, that Sonic Shuffle one as well. They tried to do with Sonic on it.
There's the Shrek one that was on.
Oh yes, there was. Yes, there was.
I don't. I don't understand that sort of game. It's not Mario Party on the Wii. Maybe the Wii lends itself to that because of the interactiveness, but on a console, on an actual joypad, it doesn't. To me, anyway.
I was going to say there was also, I believe, a Rugrats one on the 64. Well, it might have been other stuff, but definitely on the 64. Yeah, I've got it somewhere.
Not Rugrats Treasure Hunt.
Yes, or Scavenger Hunt in America, I believe.
I've got that one. I've got that somewhere.
Yeah, I've got it on 64.
Never. Yeah, so I've never played. I've got it on the N64 as well. I've never actually played it. Whamageddon. I've heard about that.
What's Whamageddon?
You have to avoid hearing Last Christmas, I think.
Oh, I've won at that today then because I don't have normal TV or normal radio generally. And it definitely wasn't on when I've got in my car.
I think I've heard that about 3 times.
See, I don't understand that because to me on the Wii it would work because the interactiveness, but on something with a normal joypad, I don't get it.
I think with either 6 or 7 on the GameCube, they actually threw in a microphone as well, if I remember rightly. But I like the new one on the Switch, which is all the old games and that. It's like you just do different stuff. Like some of them you have to spin the joystick. Sometimes you have like button bash. So I know what you mean, but the Wii can get more done. I do agree with that. According to Ross, the Rugrats one isn't even a game.
It's like Monopoly then.
No, because I'm not going to be on much longer. I need to go to bed.
Yeah, I've got work tomorrow and also.
Yeah, well, I was looking at somewhere around 2, maybe pushing 2.5 hours most anyway.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say 3 in the morning. And
yeah, bloody hell. I know you're off on holiday, but that's a bit much.
I mean, James will stay on with you. He's in a different time zone anyway, so it don't make a difference.
I'll get my missus to join in. Be loads of fun then. Just get her to say random words.
It'll never be a problem for getting Al to say random words.
Yeah.
We could probably make a stream of Al, just everybody jump on one at a time and get Al to say a different word.
2 a.m. Yeah. Love it.
It'd be like the YouTube spelling bee. That's what it is. Spell ludicrous.
What about Billy's question here?
Kinect and PS Move games. See, I've always liked the Kinect. I've always thought that's a good piece of kit. That it's not 100% brilliant. Don't get me wrong, but I think they brought that Fantasia game out for it, which is basically a conducting simulator.
So
you don't see it very often. It's a great little game, that.
So the Kinect is the Kinect 2 is an absolutely outstanding piece of technology. It doesn't get used now with the Xbox. It gets used now with the not the VR. What's the other reality? Augmented reality. So it gets used more with the augmented reality now. So it doesn't even get used with the gaming anymore. It gets used more on the team side of things, where you there's several videos I can show that it'll where it gets used for surgeons and things like that now. So the Kinect is an absolutely outstanding piece of technology, and has so many other applications other than gaming. It's phenomenal, but for gaming, I didn't rate it. So
I've got one off Chicken, but I haven't tried it yet. I need to find somewhere to set it up.
So I can't have them. I can't have them set up because I can, but I'd have to unplug them every time because my games room is my office, and if I'm on a customer call and stuff, it's always listening, and it shouldn't be there. But so
About the PlayStation Move, then
I've taken mine out. But no, the PlayStation camera doesn't always listen. So with the Kinect, you used to be able to say to the Kinect Xbox on, and it would turn on. Whereas I can't say to my PlayStation camera, PlayStation turn on. Mm-hmm. It doesn't always listen.
Or can you say Xbox off and then screw everyone over?
Yeah, you could do that as well. Yeah.
Xbox disable PlayStation.
For anybody who doesn't have, the things that I've got to contend with legally, it's an absolutely fantastic piece of kit, and people should at least experience, especially the new one, experience what you can do with it, because it's phenomenal. But gaming, I don't think it's the right thing for gaming.
So I'm guessing the PlayStation Move then was just like the Wii remotes, yeah?
Yeah,
so
to a degree.
I've never used them, so.
Same here.
No,
to a degree, it worked the same. Yeah, it was connected via Bluetooth, but it had sensors on the end, and it would pick up the movement.
Well, notes to everyone. Hour's going to start at 4 and go forever.
I booked Christmas Eve off, so I might jump on early.
Yeah, get it done out of the way, yeah.
I tried, but I couldn't. Got the day off beforehand instead.
I'm off that week. I'm off next week, that week anyway, so it's...
I'm working Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
Ah, man.
Yeah, my future mother-in-law is working, I think. It's the industry that you work in, James, isn't it? Unfortunately,
it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
No, thankfully I don't work Christmas, so I don't think I ever could handle it. I'd be like, it would just mess me up. Like, it'd be a weird sensation.
Yeah, I've not worked weekends in about 10 years. I don't think if somebody turned around to me and said you've got to work at a weekend, I'd be like, what?
I mean,
so I work every other weekend as well. So
I always used to work right up till Christmas. I'd still be at work Christmas Eve.
So I do that normally. That's how I work, and then I book the first week of January off.
Ah, right, yeah.
So that I can play with all the new toys I got.
That's a good way of doing
I
it.
normally have to work like Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, but they tried to get us finished about 2 o'clock rather than like 5 odd. So, but whether that's what happens is another different story.
I much prefer the week off before Christmas now, because I can just switch off and enjoy that period then. And then, once Christmas has been and gone, I don't really do anything until I go back to work after Christmas anyway. So.
And then you get out.
Off to the 28th.
It's only because he's going on holiday, I think.
He's going cruising.
Yeah, he's going cruising.
Cruising.
Where's he cruising?
Hampstead Heath, I think.
I believe he's going on a not Mediterranean cruise,
Caribbean
cruise. But
I'm
he's not
surprised.
Lovely.
But he's not taking in the nicest country in the Caribbean, in Jamaica, in my opinion.
I'm surprised that's still going ahead. To be honest with you, what's going on with the old Omicron?
He might not be able to get off his boat, but he's going on a cruise. Fair play.
Yeah.
When you look at the weather outside, wouldn't everybody like to be on that cruise?
No, I prefer the cold weather. That's why I moved up to Scotland.
That's why you're so far north.
That's why I'm in the Highlands.
No internet, no electric, no heating.
No internet.
Just I'm living the way our ancestors lived.
Yeah, and stuck in a house where somebody shouts random words at you every 5 minutes.
That's why you tucked up in bed, isn't it? Because it's that fucking cold.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why I've got my covers on, my dressing gown on. Yeah, it's 1 degree out there, but it feels like with the wind, it feels like I think it says about 6. Feels like -6 degrees.
The thing is, it's like
and
that
it's about to snow.
I think it's like that during summer as well. So
it was snowing here earlier. Luckily, it's in between sort of rain showers, so it's not sticking for us. But I mean, I'm about 500 miles south of you, 400 miles south of you, and it's still pretty cold up here. I was still walking around in shorts though. So
wait, I'm even further south by a fair bit. I'm almost like the other end of the whole country.
It was glorious down on the south
think
coast.
when I moved up to Scotland, I was literally at the bottom, the Isle of Wight, and I've gone all the way 930 miles or something stupid.
So when we were on the road trip down south, me, Al, and Sean, I was getting so many funny looks walking around in shorts and t-shirt. It was unreal. But it was like being on holiday down there. It was boiling.
I've got to say, Martin, you deserve a huge amount of credit for wearing that wig all the way through this broadcast so far.
Thank you.
Fair
I've
play,
been
mate.
like so hot. It's like, well, I've got this woolly.
You've got a jumper on as well, yeah.
I've got the light shining right at me. It's like.
I think this has been a cracking stream.
Thank you.
I think it's been brilliant.
Yeah, I've enjoyed
Oh,
it.
me.
Thank you for
Yeah,
having me.
the missus said it was down to her.
Oh, yeah, of course. Full credit to Mrs. Gamezone Birdroom.
The dog room.
Dog room. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dog
Gamezone
room,
Dog Room,
yeah.
sorry.
I need her to create a channel, Gamezone Dog Room. I really do.
Just be careful with the type of
I can
pickup.
feel another feud coming on there.
To get a dog mask.
You did well. We've got chicken in his mask. You in your dog mask. What's going to happen is random channels going to start popping up. People with different animal masks. It's gonna be
well,
like, who the hell is that?
I'm thinking about starting on the old Pigeon Man as well.
Well, I was a bit gutted that Feed Me Chicken, he was at Doncaster and he never came and introduced himself. He kept quiet, said he'd seen everybody, and I looked lost several times, but I was in Yorkshire, so that's understandable. But yeah.
Chicken undercover.
I'm still quite disappointed he didn't wear his chicken mask around Donny.
To be fair, I tried wearing my actual face mask and it was baking.
That just would have been brilliant, wouldn't it? There's some random man walking around with a chicken mask.
I thought he'd gone to work.
He came back after a bit. I'll tell you what, Al, if you want.
He's got the cushiest job in the world. He turns up for an hour and then turns back up.
Yeah.
He's probably drinking at work, isn't he?
Has he got any tracks to lay or something?
Oh, hang on.
Yeah, he's a bloke in the chicken mask.
So does Dana and so does Al. They know who he is, but
I know who he is. I know who he is.
I know who he is.
Is it the Colonel?
it could be anybody. In all honesty, I don't want him to ever show himself because
No.
It takes that mystique away.
Better being the way he is. He's the funniest channel that he's got the natural British comedy thing about him.
Tony. See, I always thought it was
he's really funny. So I hope he never shows who he is.
Yeah, he'll take away some mystique, won't it? It's like Gurney in his hand,
exactly.
Ronaldinho. I mean, some of us know what Rob looks like, but
yeah,
I mean,
if he went on camera, it would be so different. It would destroy his channel. Well, it wouldn't destroy his channel, but it would change the dynamics of it.
And no one else is doing that, and you know, it's very much.
I have an idea of what Rob looks like to a degree with some of the reflections from windows and stuff, but I couldn't pick him out in a lineup.
The thing is with Rob is, I mean, I met him at London last month, but I knew he was going to the one 2 years before when I went, and I thought I caught him because there was someone who came over next to me, and I thought it was the same voice, but then before I could say anything, like it disappeared. But he did say to me he thinks it was because he thought he saw me, but like had to go before he could say hi.
Were you wearing that wig?
No,
That's probably
no, that was a different one, big blue afro one.
Surely a big blue mohawk would have been better.
Oh yeah. Do you know we actually had a guy like that at college? Literally massive blue spikes, like forming sort of mohawk.
Yeah, my mate's dad, when I was growing up, his dad had big blue spikes. He was a punk though, so yeah, made sense.
Yeah. What I might have to do is just buy a different wig like every month. Do a stream every month with a different wig or something.
No, so save money. You can buy
temporary spray paint. Spray your hair.
A bit like the one I did last Christmas with Al, and I just had a different hat on every time he come back to me.
Get the missus to do plaits for you. Just change it up a bit. Sorted.
Yeah.
So I think I'm on the third year, I think, of having my beard. I think I'm fourth year of having my beard. And every year I sprayed it a different colour and put different decorations in it for my nephews. So I think this year I'm going like red, blue stripes. I might do that for the Christmas Eve stream with Al, and it's just it becomes really horrible for the beard doing it, but I might do it for Al's stream.
That'd be fun.
That would be cool. I do love your beard. It's brilliant.
It's very ratty at the minute. It needs, I don't know, it needs something. I need to do something with it, but yeah, it's very patchy at the minute.
I felt
always remind me of a Viking. Always want to see you with a big hammer in your hands. Like.
Honestly, given my background, I'm better with a big claymore, I guess.
Okay, hang on.
Oh.
We have.
Hey.
Santa, shouldn't you be resting for your big day?
Well, I've been checking my list all day, and so I figured I'd bob on and say hello before I.
Santa, you've got a very Mancunian accent.
I didn't realise Santa collected games as well. That's interesting.
Actually, I'll tell a lie. Santa's got the best beard. Sorry,
yeah.
Paul.
Yeah.
Santa's is more grey than mine at the minute, to be fair.
I'm running him a close second.
Well, I feel blessed to have Santa on my stream now. Thank you for joining, Santa.
Thank you for having me.
Care to tell everyone about yourself?
Well, I live in the north.
Do you live more north than me?
No.
I come once a year and I have a number of animals. Yeah, there we go. That's all I've got.
You come once a year?
Yeah.
Hang on, that sounds like James, right?
It sounds like Al's cruising trip. But,
Santa, Al has a question for you.
Who's been naughty? I'd have to check my list, but I think everyone.
It's James's missus, I reckon. She's the one.
Yeah, she's a proper naughty bird.
Well, Mrs. Bear agrees as well. So, Santa, I asked everyone else this. What's your favourite game to play at Christmas? Or are you too busy?
Far too busy. Yeah, we'll go far too busy. For me, I don't really play many games at Christmas. I tend to spend it more with the little ones and play, actually, enjoying them opening their presents and stuff.
No, that's
Oh,
nice,
cool.
Santa Claus.
Well, we know what Chicken's favourite game is.
Yeah, I wouldn't see. Yeah,
Yeah, hang on. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm still trying to work out that Nightbot thing for YouTube. Sorry about that.
What night?
What's a Nightbot?
It's a robot mod, and it's sort of like it's another moderator, but it does it automatically. But you can do it to like do certain commands, like say show the title of the video, do links. But I think it's got a built-in like if you put so many messages in a certain amount of time, or do too many special characters in a row, it picks it up as well.
That's
I'd
probably
do
why
it.
when it picked up that link I put in.
Yeah, but it worked the second time. But the thing is, I think Sean, I put Nightbot on a timeout. I've just been experimenting with it, but there we
Yeah,
go.
it makes sense if your mods aren't on enough, but I guess if you if people you've got the modded are on, it makes no sense to have it. I don't know why.
Nightbot for 5 minutes.
Well, he's on timeout now, and apparently, according to Out on the Naughty List.
I didn't see Santa writing it down there.
It's
He's got a
all,
photograph.
Oh, that was a mental note. Oh, I see. Yeah.
I thought we had one of the elves do it.
Santa never has time at Christmas. He's got too many games to buy from Kai Boot, man.
salty subject.
Apparently,
That.
Chicken's on timeout. But it's not.
poor old chicken. He has the best of
I'll
luck
apologise
today.
to him after. Yeah, I'll have to sort out that Nightbot thing for the next one. I do.
Anyway, as Father Christmas has dropped in for a bit, I'm going to drop out, folks. So I'll
Yep.
leave you to it. It's all right.
Yeah, thank you for coming along, Russ.
Thanks for
it
having me on,
easy,
Martin.
Ben.
I've enjoyed
Quickly,
it
before you
greatly.
go, when's your
Yes.
stream?
17th of December, probably around about 8 o'clock in the evening, and I'm doing Christmas television.
There
Should
you
be
go, everyone.
bloody good, mate. Looking forward
And
to that.
I am looking for guests. If anybody is interested in coming on and being a guest, you know where to find me. Otherwise, it'd just be me reading the Radio Times out. It won't be very interesting otherwise. So.
Well,
Anyway,
thank you for coming along, mate. Much
it's a
appreciated.
pleasure. And I'll catch everybody else later.
Which year of the Radio Times, though?
Well,
That-
it depends.
It's the only year you should ever read.
I might get this year's one, but then again, I know where I could probably get Christmas Day listings from years gone by just to compare the progression of how things have changed. It might be more open university and a bit of fun. I don't know. That's why I need guests. So if anybody wants to come on, do let me know. Anyway, have a good stream, lads. Thanks for having me on, and
Thank
I'll
you.
catch you all later. All right.
Take it easy, Bear.
See you later.
Okay, well, I might go for a tiny bit longer, like 10 minutes or something. It gets 2.5 hours, and then call it.
So
People want-
I too need to drop off because I need to sleep for work in the morning.
Yeah, no, I figured people be going anyway.
It's been fun. Hopefully Santa and the Gamezone Birdroom.
But you're gonna have to start doing that for me. You have to send me that over so I can actually put it as my logo. That's my new theme.
It's just a deep voice. It's I don't know. Yeah, I can do if you want. I'll record it for you.
Do you want to tell people when your stream is again quickly?
My stream is on the 14th. I have hopefully, Champion 2D Rob, with Pedro and Mr. Gamezone Birdroom, getting the band back together from the last stream that we were on about Bruce Lee. We will be discussing Christmas films in a Room 101 style. So my guests will bring 2 definite films that they consider Christmas films and one that is contentious, shall we say. And if anybody brings Die Hard, it's never going to get voted into Room 101. So probably don't bring Die Hard. And then we'll just discuss them, and the panel can make their case for them, and I'll decide whether they deserve to be put into whatever Decide Room 101 is going to be called, because I think that's probably copyrighted. And yeah, we'll discuss them, and we'll take whatever the audience say. So there's only I've chosen those 3 guests, but if anybody else wants to venture in, then let me know, and I'll drop the link into the comments, and people can jump in and out. But yeah, trying to just bring other people in that aren't in the groups and stuff, and hopefully it'll add more to it. Room 1001.
Sounds a really good idea, actually. The Room 101 idea, quite like that. So I'm sure that'd be a lot of fun.
Should be a cracking
It was either that, or we just came on and discussed what makes a Christmas film and pick examples. But I think if we've got specific things that people can have in mind, it triggers the memory. So
yeah, a bit of variety.
Even Santa might feature at some point in the films. You never know. But my aim is for the guests to actually have the most interaction, like Pedro does. So Room 101.
Has he made your naughty list?
Of course he has. He's from Yorkshire. Everybody from Yorkshire's on that naughty list.
I thought everyone from Essex as well.
No, you're not on the naughty list. You're fine.
Oh, that's one person who said I'm not.
Yeah.
Well, thank you anyway.
We've got Santa Claus there. Let's ask him. Is that UK gamer on the naughty list?
I don't know. I mean, that Xmas game is definitely not.
Hey. Thank you, Santa.
Yeah,
there we go. We've got our answer.
Okay, well, thank you for coming along anyway, Paul.
No worries.
Right, see you later. Right, bye. And then there were 3 of us, and now you get to see my hair a lot nicer.
Beautiful, mate. It's stunning.
Long locks.
Thank you, Santa. So, does anyone have anything they want to talk about for the last few minutes?
I could bring my missus into the stream, and she could chat random shit.
If you want for a few minutes.
No, she's not done her makeup, so.
Oh, how are you going to take that?
She's always got to look her best.
How are you going to
I'm
take
not
that?
sure about that.
Oh.
And it's certainly not going to get you on the nice list, Al.
Well, I've got to say, Martin, this has been a terrific stream, mate.
Thank you very much.
Been a lot of fun.
Thank you. Well, having you lot as guests and that has helped a lot as well. So,
well, thank you for having us on. Even though I had to scroll through a lot of messages to get there.
Yeah, sorry about that. If I thought about it, I'd just schedule it directly. I was in a bit of a rush sorting around my hair.
Well, the hair comes first.
Time well spent.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. Well,
anyway, guys, I'm gonna love you and leave you. Again, mate, thank you for doing this. It has been a lot of fun.
Thank you. Yeah, it has. I've enjoyed it as well, and I hope everyone else has.
Oh, that definitely, especially from all the comments and that. Anyway, guys, take it easy. See you on the next stream, 7th of December, 8 o'clock, talking about favourite Christmas songs.
Thank you. It looks good. Look
you
forward to it.
All right, see you later, guys.
All right, bye.
Good night.
Right, quickly. Sean, the first one was actually on Saturday, I think, on Retro 48K's channel. Although I can't find it when I search for it.
No, I'm the same. I've had a look and can't find it.
So I don't know what's happened there. But yeah, this is the second one, Sean. So do you have a stream, Santa?
I do. On the 20th of December, I'll be doing a Christmas quiz. I am terrified, but be using a online quiz service that will allow everyone on the stream to, if they've got a second device or can open another tab, will be able to actually join in and get points and be ranked against one another. And we'll finally put to bed that question of, is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Well, that sounds a lot of fun, actually. I look forward to that. And that's on the 20th, you said, yeah?
Yes, 20th. I'm thinking around 7:30, 8 o'clock to give people a chance to finish work, feed children, be ready and whatnot. So, yeah, 20th.
Oh, good. I have a question for you, though, Santa.
Okay. A very bad one because it's coming away.
So don't use that retro bear.
Yeah.
Oh god, now they've gone all panto mode. Sounds good.
Oh,
No, it isn't.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Oh dear. All right, Santa. Well, I think I'm going to stream.
Thank you for having me.
As well. I think it must be getting on for 11.
Yes, 11 o'clock.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for coming on, though. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. Good night. I'll let you wrap things up and see you soon.
And I look forward to your quiz. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, everyone. So, yep, this is going to be the end of the stream because, to be honest, if nothing else, I need to get something to eat. If I feel up to it in a little bit, I might set up an after party if people are interested. But I don't know how long it lasts. But thank you all for coming regardless. It's been a lot of fun, as everyone says. And thank you to everyone who came on as well. Really appreciated that. And it's added to the whole atmosphere. And it's just been a whole lot of laugh with so many tangents. Thank you for the kind words, everyone. Really appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. And thank you for saying about the likes and that. I appreciate it all as well. Depending how things go, I might try to do one more personal private stream before Christmas. Just a short one. But we'll see how it goes. Chicken. I'm sorry about it timing you out, Chicken. I'm still working on the Nightbot. I don't know why it doesn't seem to like you. I'll message you though. Yeah. But thank you, everyone. Also, yes, thank you for coming on. That was funny. I love the fact he just said I had a guest and Santa wanted to come on. That was really good. Give us a song from Frozen before you go. Do you mean before I go? Yeah. I don't think I will because I'll just torture everyone. Yeah, I'm going to send him an apology in a sec. All right. Thank you for watching, everyone. If nothing else, his hair's going because I'm getting ridiculous hot again now. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you all soon. Thanks. Bye.